Woot woot! What is up? I don't know why I did that accent. What is up? How's everybody doing?
How are you doing?
How?
That's good.
Oh man, why? You're not doing good? Why?
I'm
What's
worse
wrong?
now. I had to listen to that.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
He had to stop playing Elden Ring. He's doing horrible.
I did have to stop playing
That's
Elden
why,
Ring.
that's why he's really mad. Although he has told me over the last, I don't know, week or so that he's really excited about coming back to play this session because he's been absolutely decimating everyone as a part of his character in this campaign, in this prison. Just walking over people.
I do
He's
feel
the
like
only
a
one that can
god,
do
kinda.
anything.
Yeah.
That is true.
Incredible. Hey, I was reading through a couple things. I just wanted to make a note and get you guys' input on this. We talked a little bit last time about kneeling. And while that is not a mechanic in Starfinder, normally, a lot of people have talked about, and I don't mean us, I just mean like in Starfinder universe, a lot of people have talked about coming up with a mechanic for that because of the way that the game works and how most things are ranged combat. So right now, if you go prone, it's a swift action to go to the ground, and then it's a standard action to stand back up. When you're on the ground, you get a +2 to your AC against ranged attacks and a -2 to your AC against melee. I'm thinking about for prone is a swift up, swift down, and it's +1 to your AC. Yeah, for kneeling. +1 to your AC for against ranged attacks, -1 to your AC against melee. Thoughts? That way we don't get stuck in this weird position where you guys are all in one long hallway, and Alex is just standing in the way, meleeing people, and no one else can hit anyone.
Hang on, are you talking about changing the way prone works in general?
No,
or
I'm talking about
adding
kneeling.
Okay, I thought you. Okay, my bad.
No. Adding kneeling, which is just like halfway, and so it would take somebody from having soft cover to them having partial cover, so they only get a +2 because you're covering up less than half of their body.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Halfway.
All right.
Yeah,
all
like
right. So halfway. So swift action to go down. Alex, this is mainly for you. Swift action to go down. Swift action to get up. And when you are kneeling, you have +1 to your AC against ranged attacks and -1 to your AC against melee attacks. Keep that in mind because I'm going to crush you when you're standing in front of a person and you think you got high AC. Get ready, buddy. All right.
Sounds good.
That's all I got. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Discord and Signal, a multi-arc Starfinder adventure following the crew of the Indefatigable as they travel through the drift in search of, or merely stumbling upon by accident, a myriad of adventures. I am Aaron, the GM with the sole responsibility of killing the characters, which will happen today, including Co, played by Alex.
We recently found a lost friend.
Oh gosh. Luna, played by Abe.
I'm very injured.
Twick, played by Caleb.
Oh, hey, me too, and I can't fix it.
And Lisk, played by Jake.
I can't do much worse than last time.
Last time on the Discord Signal, the crew decided it was time to escape Gulta Prison, finally. 5 prisoners and Sedona 17 in tow. Man, sorry, Vertash, but you're helping them get out. Following a retrieval of all of the remaining medical supplies from the med bay, the crew made their way down the long hallway of Cell Block J, connecting the hub to the entrance, and more importantly, their starship. An AE on guard, 2 Gulta guards, and a robot later, the crew begin running through the rest of the prison only to hear the sound of backup landing nearby. Guards, a robot, and a door are now all that separate them from their starship. Co was a literal shield. There you are. Kind of ridiculous. Literal shield.
I think I only got hit like twice.
Yeah, your AC is also soup. We'll get to that in a second.
Like 20 plus attacks.
So crazy. Lisk could not stealth to save his life. It was a bad session.
Yeah.
Luna used her flight to her advantage. It was nice for once in the prison.
Sure, yeah.
And Twick healed allies incredibly well.
Oh, yeah. 3 rolls for 1 each. Oh,
Man.
yeah.
Could not be better. All right, are you guys ready to try and make your way out of the prison?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Alex,
You will
walked
It's
try.
better than staying here.
Alex, come
Okay.
back.
He's gone. He knows it's over, so he's not even going to try. All right. We should still be in combat here. Let me know if we're not. Let me pull that up. Yep, looks like we're still in combat. Good old round 29 of this. quote unquote
Never had
combat.
a combat go that long before.
Yeah, I mean, not even really a combat, but we'll count it. We'll count it. All right, let me get the combat tracker pulled up here. There we go. Swap us over to the main screen. Choo. Excellent. Okay. Paizo's turn. He's kind of far back. He is actually just going to be making some moves here and following along. He's going to double move to there. I forgot to see why I can actually measure, and you guys can see it. Didn't look that up. All right. Gulta Guard not really doing anything. Lisk, you're up.
I'm up already?
Already.
Oh, man. Okay.
There are, if I remember correctly, there are folks down here.
Yeah. They're like coming for us, huh?
The assumption is yes.
Okay. Well, I will move. It's like 40.
We hide in the dark room and wait for them to pass.
Yeah, let's go hide in the dark room.
I will go here, and I will ready an action to shoot whatever comes around this corner.
Okay. Nicely done. Luna, you are backed by Vertash's corpse.
Oh, man. Is this door, bloodline lock on both sides?
It appears from your vantage point, you can see that there's no like sensor above, so you can probably exit out from there. No
So
problem.
I could open that one?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go here and open this guy.
Okay.
Move action to open the door?
I think it's just a free action opener door.
Okay. So I can double move, I guess.
Yep. Okay. Double moving. Nicely done.
25, yeah.
Okay. Grub is still currently carrying both Mothkala and Chichik. Letty's kind of like there in tow. I'm just going to move him down here. He doesn't have very good move speed. Whoops. 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 Apparently you can't do that. You cannot do the... You can't do that. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. All right. So they move on. Twick, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna move over. At the door.
Sorry,
Oh, it's paused.
My bad.
Trying to figure out what's going on. Can I go here, peek around the door, and ready an action to harry and fire?
Ready in action to harrying fire. Probably not ready in action for that. You can ready in action to shoot at something.
Fine, I'll do that.
I mean, I know it's kind of the same mechanic, but it would be weird if you were like, ooh, harrying fire against this guy. Okay, Ko, you're up. People down the hallway.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what do you guys think? Like, should I just wait for them to approach? Are we rushing out? Like, we still have people that move slow behind us.
Yeah, we're kind of waiting on them.
I think trying to hold this corner is probably a good idea, because this gives ranged characters a good sight line without you.
I could stand here.
I still have 2
That would work,
smoke
too.
grenades.
Oh, man. I mean, go ahead and pull up a sheet that tells me what smoke grenades do again.
They make like a bunch of smoke.
You're wearing suit, so you probably don't suffocate, but...
Well, I'm gonna step out and take a look again. See what's going on, so I can remember.
You
There's
see
a robot.
Yeah, you see directly down the hallway, you see a robot and what appears to be an Aeon guard.
Okay.
I will remind you, prison guard did run down this hallway. You don't currently see him.
He did. Okay.
Yeah, if you remember, one of them kind of, we had combat up in this little area towards the top, and he ran away after the robot was destroyed.
Oh.
Don't remember that. Thank you.
Okay. I feel like waiting is the best option.
You gonna wait?
I moved out and moved back.
He's like, I'm over here. I'm over here.
All right, moved out, moved back. Let me roll for these guys. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Back to the top of the order. Frizzo's just gonna He's gonna look at you guys and he's gonna say, where's she? And he's just gonna stop right here. That's all he's doing. Nothing else. Okay. All right. It is this Aeon Guard's turn. Can he see you from there? He can't see you from there. He's gonna double move. Try to get as close up as he can. Probably gonna take this corner here.
Take that shot.
All right. List, you are up.
Do I get a shot on him?
You had a ready action for a shot, right?
I did, in fact.
I will give you that.
Yeah,
I did not know you were there.
2 attacks in your turn?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Neither of them will hit, but it's okay. I'm excited.
I believe.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
okay,
Look at
that's
that.
pretty good.
All right, 18 against EAC, right? EAC?
KAC.
Against KAC.
Man, I
is a
don't need
miss.
to roll a frickin'... Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
well, at least it's a
laser
miss.
pistol.
Is a miss. All right, what are you doing for your actual turn?
Well, I'm gonna trick attack. That one was just to throw him off balance, so this next one definitely hits. So I'm gonna roll... Stealth.
Okay.
Terrible. 22.
That fails on the stealth.
Of course it does. Good.
Wow.
Good. No, we're off to a really good start, y'all. And here it comes. Do I even hit
Oh
anyways?
my God.
No, I don't.
Okay.
The same
Good
thing.
Against
turn.
KAC.
Okay. We're all done, guys.
Wipe you. We're all dead. That is a miss. Luna, you saw Liz take 2 shots out the doorway. You don't see
No.
anything. What are you doing?
Cool. What can I do here? I can try to shoot. Can I get an angle from here?
Let me look. Yeah,
I'll
you
move
can get an
up
angle from
behind
here.
Lisk.
Yeah, yep. Lisk doesn't really, he's not really in your way. You're a
He's
tall
small,
bird.
right?
He's a very short
Yeah.
rat.
Okay, we'll just take a shot with
Okay.
what do
Let's
I
see
have
it.
here? Plasma bolter. Plasma bolter? Yeah.
Okay.
Attack roll, please.
Attack.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh no, it's only an 18.
You can see AC though.
18 against
EAC.
EAC is a miss.
Wow. Good.
Yikes. All right. Co, in your head, you hear a voice. I ran into a wall. Where do I
Oh
roll?
shoot!
Oh,
Blind?
forgot about that.
I forgot
Yeah.
he's blind.
What?
It feels like I can go left or right.
Are the 2 people he's carrying unconscious?
They are not. They.
No. Steer him. Useless.
Yeah, tap him on the neck.
Left or right is fine, right? There's doors both directions.
No.
One's open right.
He's certainly here saying left or right. Right?
no, he's right here.
I think he's right in the middle.
He just ran into a wall.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
Full
either
speed.
gonna
way.
say-
Ran into a wall.
Isn't the other
He's
guy
facing
with
down.
him?
They are with him.
Like the guy I watered? What's his name?
Letty.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Let's
Letty is with
answer
him.
McCall.
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
telepath back to him. Go left.
Going left.
Because that's, yeah. Then he should be
Oh
towards
come
the
on!
open door.
No.
And then I'll say, hug the right wall and feel for a door.
All right. Okay, I'll hug the right wall, and he hits this desk right here. Poof! Runs right into it. The people he's carrying are gonna follow right behind him. I'll move them in a second, though. It is the robot's turn. Let's see. Can I get an angle? I don't think any of these guys can get an angle. Oh! Nope, can't get an angle. He's just gonna... He's gonna try to get past, I think, here. Wait, what's his move speed? Hold on. Yeah, I can't do it. Can't do it. He's just gonna get right in your face. That is his turn. Twick!
Okay.
What are you doing?
I will step to here and realize, oh crap, there's a robot. Step the rest of the way to here and do some carrying fire on a robot.
Do it.
All right.
AC 15. Can you hit it?
Probably not. Indeed, I can't.
Indeed, you cannot. I can see that tonight's battle is going to be as long
It's
as
just
last
the
week's.
same as last time, huh?
Yeah.
This is just how this is now.
This is just how it goes.
Yikes.
At this point.
All right, are you moving? Sorry.
I did.
Oh, because you moved over left. My bad. All right, Kill, you're up. 2 people right in front of you.
What happened to Nash's rolling abilities?
I don't know,
Ooh.
dude. Nash's bonus was ridiculous. He could hit on like a 3.
That's
His
true.
bonuses were absurd.
Well, you guys get one more level, and you're going to be doing a lot better. I feel like a level 5 is a pretty big boost for people.
If
I mean, it's a real big boost to damage. You can hit.
What are we doing, Ko? I don't.
Yes.
Oh, you're just hitting. You're just hitting.
He's
All right.
muted. Alex, you're muted.
My bad.
Hey, there it is. Just rolling a dice. That's what I'm doing today.
I am attacking the robot with my solar weapon.
All right, attacking the robot. That is a 25 against KAC. That is a hit. Roll some damage.
All right.
Look at that, boys. Your damage dealer. He showed up.
There he is. Oh, that's good.
16
damage.
points. 16 tangos.
I don't think I can do that much damage on a crit.
That's pretty good damage. Pretty good damage. Top of the order, Frizzo, actually hearing some combat. I think he's just going to take a step out of this door, probably over to here. He's going to, seeing that she's up front, he is going to covering fire.
Oh, not shoot him in the back, eh?
Well, the last thing he was told was covering fire, so he's just going with it.
Smart,
what he's gotta
clever
do.
Girl.
Yeah.
Good boy.
All right, this is no, it's a fail. That was a nice try. Nice try, Frizzo. He's been very useful this combat. Incredibly useful, some would say. All right. You do see, Ko, you see a prison guard pop around the corner here. And he is going to attempt to hit you with his pulsecaster pistol. You will have partial cover here. Roll this.
Is that Luke Dilius?
Hey! That is a 25 against EAC.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. Normal damage. Here we go. That is 5 points of damage. I'll reveal it for you.
You'll deal it for me.
Have I...
No, I revealed it for you.
Oh, you revealed it for me. I thought you said I'll deal it for you. I thought, wow.
I don't trust you guys anymore.
Taking some steps to make sure we're dying here.
All right. Seeing that you are focused on this robot, this guard is actually going to take some steps around here. Oh, he's not going to be able to get there.
You shoot Fizz on the face.
Baited.
He's going to get up as close as he can to Frizzo. And just dare him to step away. Lisk!
Well, a new challenger has approached. I'm gonna slink on over to here. I'm gonna do like I'll roll for it before I describe it. We'll see how this goes. Because I'm gonna trick attack.
Trick attack!
It's okay, it's just gotta be like a 5. It's a
Wow.
natural 20.
Why you
Trick
gotta do
attack
this on the trick
succeeds.
attack?
Really cool roll, and then he's not gonna hit his fucking target because here comes like a natural
39.
2. 13!
Okay.
A
Hey,
13
okay.
That
for a
might
total
hit.
of 22 against a flat-footed KAC
Yep.
is a hit. Roll
Good
some
job.
damage.
Unbelievable.
Alright, dude. Alright, already better than last time. Let's go. Let's get this bread.
All right.
4! 6 damage, okay.
6 points
Not
of
a good roll.
damage. Hey, it's damage. That's what matters.
It's points on the board.
That's right. Luna.
All right. So I know for certain that I've inspiring boosted both Twick and myself, but have I done Ko?
I don't think you have done Ko.
I honestly don't know.
I don't know either.
You
I can't.
definitely did not do Ko. There, I solved it.
I don't remember specifically
much?
doing Ko, but things blend together.
Is there a way to search the log?
I think you have.
Also, I don't think he puts inspiring boost on the log anyway. Right?
Based
Oh,
on
he doesn't.
where my hit points are at, I think you have. Because I think I took hit point damage and then gained stamina from you. And now I'm back in hit points again.
Excellent.
Oh, I see.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, he figured it out, I guess. Shoot. Do I need to lead these guys? Like, can Letty not lead Grub out? Do we need to like specifically go tell Letty to lead Grub out?
I mean, presumably Ko could just telepathically tell Letty to lead Grub out. We can say that's what's going on.
Okay. Because I don't know.
That's a good idea.
That works.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea right there.
All right. Ko, slice that robot to bits. We'll get him and we'll shoot him.
Yeah.
Get him and get him.
We'll get him and get him. Where's my gun? There it is. +1. Please and thank you. Come on. 22 EAC.
Hey, 22 against EAC is a hit. Roll some damage.
Sick.
Nicely done. It's a clean shot through the door.
Electricity and fire. 11.
Ooh.
So
11 points of damage. Hold on, let me look.
Electricity and fire.
Pretty good. Look. Hold on. That's fine.
Oh, 11's decent.
Let me, Hold on.
Your ass should take notes.
I'm holding.
It's the robot's vulnerable to electricity. I remember that much.
I'm pretty sure they were. I just wanted to make sure before I went and
it's
applied
6 electricity and 5 fire.
Oh, great.
I get to split it.
It does say
split the
electricity and fire, which suggests electricity is the higher one. If you thought.
That's true.
All right, so he will take what appears to be extra damage from this electricity.
Sweet.
You said 6 from electricity, 5 from fire?
Yes.
Okay, and it was 11. All right.
Yeah, 11 total.
All right, got it. Let me do a little math here.
Man,
Done.
having to manually calculate things.
It's a struggle, dude. It's the split damage stuff. All right, are you moving?
My move was get him.
Oh, your move was get him. Never mind. All right, Grub just going to kind of continue heading the direction he was heading. He is now being led by Letty.
Led by the Letty.
Letty.
That's why he got that name.
Oh.
He's not going to make it through the doorway, actually. He's just going to run right into you, Lisk. Because you're currently standing in the door. Yeah, and you can actually feel his tentacles. They just like wrap around your furry face.
Hey, he asked permission last time.
He did.
He did.
Oh, he did. Well, he runs into you. He's like, "Oh, you are the furry small one."
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. All right, robot in front of you, Ko, is just going to take an opportunity to swing at you here. Try to slam both arms down on top of you. That is a 23 against KAC. I'm pretty sure it's a miss.
I'm sorry. I'm responding.
What
was it?
Every time you're up, he's like, where is he? Microphone's off, busy on his phone.
What are you doing? Turn off Elden Ring. We're doing a thing.
What was the roll?
29. No.
Oh my! Why are you even questioning? Just roll damage.
23 against KAC.
23.
Okay. KAC? Oh, that barely hits. Yeah.
Oh, it does hit. Really?
So KAC
The
lower?
covering fire didn't work out. I don't remember.
Oh, it is against next attack. Thank you. So it would actually be a 23 against your KAC plus 2.
Misses them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
I couldn't
Did you
remember
miss
if
your
he hit the
covering fire?
covering fire or not. It was Frizzo. I wasn't me.
No, he missed it. So never mind. It's not. It hits.
No.
Damn it.
Sorry.
My roller coaster of emotions.
All right, you take 8 points of damage. Minimum damage. 8 points of damage.
I've taken more damage in the first 3 rounds
Don't
of this
say
combat than the entire
I
last
mean,
session.
look, it's a 1d6 plus 7.
Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. Twick, people out in the hallway need healed. What are you doing?
Good. Yeah. Let me get you that 1 hit point, Ko. You ready? Here it comes.
Yeah, I'm ready for the 1 hit point.
I don't think do I even have any? I do have
You guys picked up
one.
a crap ton
I
of
have a
healing.
bunch. I just haven't given them to Twick yet.
Yeah, I don't have them.
I have some,
Um,
which is a problem because
I mean, it's probably better I
busy.
spend that action healing Ko than anything else. So I will hit Ko with a serum of healing. Mark 1.
Okay.
And I will
Let's
roll
see
a
it.
1.
Hey!
Ah, jokes
Nice.
on you.
Yeah! 2!
Improvements! 2 points of healing.
Progress.
Nicely done.
So
Are
much
you,
better than 1.
Are you moving?
It's double. I'm good.
Okay. Ko, you're up. You just got healed an immense amount.
An
What are you
immense
going to
amount. Hey, when I'm alive by 1 hit point here in a minute, we'll know why. I'm going to guarded step to here, and then you know what it do.
Yeah, I know how it would be.
We're launching Supernova.
How it would be what it do. All right. Supernova it. I get a reflex save here. Let me roll.
All right, let's see. Supernova damage is 16.
All right.
Nice.
It's pretty good damage. All right, here's what we got.
Reflex save.
Oh my gosh. Both of them failed the reflex save.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got a 6 from the guard and a 7 from the robot, so that's max damage to both of them. Yikes.
A casual 32 points of damage in a round.
Yikes. All right. Man, that was a good hit. That's a good hit. All right. Brizzo's up. He's gonna guarded step because he is scared to death. He's gonna guarded step right here to the corner, and he's going to attempt to covering fire you, Ko, because that's what he's been told to do.
This guy's a real treat.
I got you, she. He misses.
He's kind of brain dead, huh?
Yeah.
He's awful. Yeah, he missed. All right. Prison guard is going to covering fire this robot. So let's see if he gets this off. That is, yes, an 18. So the robot will have +2 to his AC against the next attack. Aeon guard behind you.
From anybody?
It's just the next attack, period. The very next attack, and that's the only one.
That seems weird.
Let me.
That it would give him AC bonus against like me, for instance.
Yeah, let me
I
check.
think the
Hold on.
idea is he's not firing immediately. He's waiting to see who's gonna shoot, and he's.
But he has no
providing
line of
cover
sight
fire
on me.
then.
Yeah, it just says ranged attack to provide cover for an ally. Roll a ranged attack against AC 15. If you hit, deal no damage. Ally gains +2 for the next attack.
So you shoot your ally?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
a
you shoot your
weird.
friend and all the enemies go, Jesus, okay.
That seems like you shoot a person.
Yeah, you're supposed to be shooting. Well, I guess maybe
enemy.
you're supposed to target a person. Let me
So he
look it
targets
up.
Ko, and then he gets bonus against Ko because Ko's trying not to get hit.
Let me hold on. 1 second. Covering fire. Yeah, it just literally says not what. Yeah, I mean, it makes more sense that way. If you're talking about like mechanically what they'd be doing, because they would be firing at someone to cause them to miss.
Right. Because like this situation, like how would him shooting affect my shot against the robot, for example?
Yeah, I don't know.
See lasers flying through the doorway.
Yeah.
A little
Oh no.
scared.
Yeah, the harrying fire one is different. You use a standard action to make a ranged attack that distracts a foe in your line of effect. But covering fire doesn't say that. It just says use your standard action to make a ranged attack that provides covering fire for an ally. Make a ranged attack roll against AC 15. Not even selecting a target. If you hit, you deal no damage. But the selected ally gains +2 circumstance bonus to AC, their next attack from a creature. Oh, there we go. In your line of effect.
Okay. All right.
Starfinder line of effect. I'm pretty sure it's just the range of the weapon. Straight unblocked path that indicates what attack or ally can affect. All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Interesting.
So
Cool.
it technically would go right over him and through the doorway. I
Well,
guess.
he can't. He doesn't line affect me. Line of effect.
But he
me.
doesn't. No, he would just line of effect. I'll give it against man.
and
Who would he
Frizzo,
even do
maybe.
it then?
Oh, Frizzo
Probably.
and Lisk would be the 3.
All right. Yeah, those 3. So it won't get you and it won't get Twick. We'll go with that. I'm okay with that. That's fine. All right. All right. Guard's turn. Gonna guarded step towards the back of Ko and take a swing here. He can tell that this Frizzo character is useless. So
Not
he's going to
even worth
attempt
his
to.
time.
Rizzo,
Yeah.
at least be a meat shield. Come on.
He's going to swing his giant gauntlet on his fist at you and attempt to hit you. This has
Leave
been
me
very
alone.
unsuccessful. Oh yeah, 16 against KAC. That is a myth. You're not close enough to the
Miss.
robot where he could have stepped to a spot where he was flanking. All All right, Lisk.
Alright, I'm just gonna electric slide on over here. We're gonna try to trick attack again, see if we can't make magic happen twice.
Possible.
So I roll stealth. That's a
Okay.
natural
That
3.
is-
All right.
That is a
Again,
miss.
All
The
right.
same as
Exact
last
same
time.
roll.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good. The attack also probably isn't gonna hit.
Hey.
That's
Sweet.
14.
Hey!
You're doing so much better than last week.
I am.
23
It's
against
bad damage,
KAC. That is a hit. Roll some damage.
I will roll a little bit of damage. 5.
Hey, it's numbers on the board. You got
Sure.
it. 5 points of damage. Nicely done. Luna.
All right. We're gonna re-up to get him on the robot,
Okay.
and we're gonna shoot
Get
the
him.
robot.
You will try.
I will shoot the robot.
Oh,
Come on!
oh
It's an
no! I have this button over here that just says fudge, and I just mash it every time you and Jake roll. Fudge, 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 fudge.
The
Yeah,
dice
that
out.
is
Go,
a
go, go, go.
miss.
It wasn't quite a 1. It was very close.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's
That's
not
a
the
plus.
worst, right? Yeah.
Ko in your head, Grub comes through. Should I stay in the spot I'm in, or we can proceed further? I ran into the small furry character.
Hold there for now. I'll let
Okay.
you know when it's safe.
Cool.
That's not the telepathy voice.
Yeah,
Hold there for
I
now.
had to fix my voices. Let's be real.
All right. Robot, you see him, Ko, right in front of you. You see him reach up his arm, and you see electricity charge from the end of his hand. And he's going to shoot a bolt of electricity at you. This electricity bolt, I don't think, is going to hit anyone except for you and Frizzo, because I don't think it can travel through that door effectively. Yeah, there just doesn't appear to be any good pathway for it. It is going to be a reflex save for you.
Okay.
Oops.
Nice.
Easy.
Okay. Well, Frizzo failed the reflex save. You succeeded, but it is only 4 points of damage. You'll take half damage. Frizzo's going to take full damage.
Just 2. He's okay.
She got me. She.
How's Frizzle looking?
He's not looking great.
Oh no.
He didn't
All
look
right.
great to begin with.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
just how he
it's-
looks.
I mean, yeah. Even before he got to Gulta Prison, he
We'll
didn't
honor
look
your
great.
sacrifice, Frizzo.
Twick, you're up.
All right, I want to poke my head around this door and shoot this man with a sedative.
With a sedative.
Yeah, I got one
Oh.
tier 2 sedative left. So
Let's go.
Okay.
might as well use it. All
Okay,
right,
do it.
so here's the attack roll.
Yes.
That's
Natural
not
20.
bad. Not bad.
That'll play.
Here's crit damage. Okay.
Nice.
Nice, double digits.
Hang on. It's 4 less than that.
Oh yeah.
It's 9.
Plus 2.
I
9
still
points
fixed-
of damage.
Fixed it for my pistol.
All right, 9 points.
And here is the non-lethal damage from a sedative.
All right.
Nice.
All right. You can see the dart hits this guard, and she kind of staggers a little bit, but she's able to regain her stance, and she's looking like she's readying for an attack. Go.
Does sedative actually like try to put people to sleep? Is that how that works?
It just deals
Just
non-lethal
non-lethal
damage.
damage.
It's just non-lethal. It's just additional non-lethal damage.
Yep.
Caleb always finding a
Lame.
character so he can use non-lethal damage.
You gave me that item. This is on you.
All right. I'm.
You had
I have-
analgesics. You could have
I
shot
have-
one of those at her.
I have 4 more sedatives for you.
Yay.
How am I looking? Okay. I want to get around this corner, kind of. I'm going this way.
Okay.
Guarded step.
Guarded step. Up right in front of this robot.
Yeah. Kind of ruins it for Luna and Twick.
But you're still doing it anyways.
We can't hit the robot
Yeah.
anyway. You're fine.
It's alright.
Yeah.
It's really hard
can-
to shoot
you can-
stuff.
You can swift action kneel.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
don't do that.
Nope. Smiley face. Slow weapon attack on the robot.
So weapon.
Lightsaber. Oh.
Bad roll. 14.
Against KAC is a miss. Nice try. Swings right past him. The robot somehow still just dodges. He's still doing good. Jumps to the side. Paizo's turn. Gonna take probably an attack against this guard. Actually, you know what? No, he's just still gonna covering fire. He believes in his ability to cover you.
At least someone does.
He successfully
Incredible.
shoots towards this robot and provides covering fire for it.
Okay. I thought you were going to say he
nice.
successfully shoots towards it and fails to cover you.
I'm not that mean. All right. Prison guard's gonna take a step up here. Try to get into line of sight of some people. Oh yeah. He sees you. He's gonna take a shot at you, Ko. You will have soft cover here. Or not soft cover, partial cover here. I'll give you a -2. You don't have to worry about anything on your end. Nope, natural 2 on the die. That is a miss. That's a good attempt. Aeon Guard's turn. Seeing a good opportunity, he's going to, on his belt, disengage and pull off what appears to be a grenade. He's going to pull the pin. He's going to huck it through the doorway because there's been a whole bunch of shots coming through there. He's got to take everybody out that he can.
I wish there were grenades in me.
He's going to toss the grenade right here. I believe he has line of sight there. Let me check. Oh, yeah, he's got line of sight. He's going to toss it right there. Here we go. All right, he is able to hit the spot with the grenade. What is the reflex save again? Shoot. It's item level plus dex modifier plus CR? We looked this up last time. Dang it.
Mine was
I think it's
13,
just
that's all I
10
know.
plus item level plus
All right,
dex
10
mod.
that's what it is. 10 plus item level plus dex mod. All right, so the DC is going to be
More than 8, less than 26.
yeah, more
We'll
than 8,
see
less
what
than
Twick
26.
rolls.
That's exactly right.
Let's
More than
see.
8, less 26.
If I can find reflex saves. Hey.
All right.
That
The only person
probably
who does
passes.
not succeed is Luna. All right. Why does this not list the damage on here? Of course it doesn't. Ba-ba-bum. Okay, here we go. Exploding. Buckle up. All right. It's going to be 7 points of explosion damage.
All right.
Twick, you'll take half. Lisk, you'll take nothing because, you know, operatives are the coolest class in Starfinder.
That's all that's
Luna.
my attack rolls.
Luna, you'll take full damage.
All
Are
right.
you still standing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Lisk!
It was that 1 point of healing I got earlier.
Alright, Lisk is gonna use
Not
the
Matt,
smoke
actually.
Yeah.
and the explosion to make this trick attack. So the stealth roll is a 10, 29 total.
That succeeds.
See, that's all I just need more than like a 3 on those. I've already failed twice, and here's the attack roll. Yeah, now
That
we're
was so
cooking.
close to being 1.
There we go.
2 above
22
10.
against flat-footed KAC is a hit. Roll some damage.
Let's frickin' go, dude. Now we just need one more roll to go good. And it'll be a good turn.
Nice.
12
Jeez.
points of damage. Nice
That's
shot.
good
Blasts
stuff.
her backwards.
I know.
She falls down.
Yeah!
Oh my
Got
goodness.
her.
Let's go.
Oh.
We got one.
She gone.
Middle enemy gone. Now it's for the
Yes.
weak and strong one.
Real.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Luna, you saw Lisk's excellent moves here. Rolling through the partial smoke and taking a shot. What are you going to do?
Do I run in there in full auto with my AG assault rifle
Oof.
and die?
There's almost no way you hit
is
that
it-
robot with full
We
auto,
don't know if this
right?
robot is close to death, right?
Got him with a good smack and an explosion. Probably
You roll
not.
against one attack against each target in the cone. That's everyone that would be within the cone, not just enemies. Keep that in mind.
Crazy, but
But you just position the cone to start
Yeah.
at the robot and go south.
Exactly.
Right. He just like runs up to here, then the cone doesn't hit cone. Right?
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Just letting you know.
What bonus does the robot have against me right now? Man. I will. You know what? I'm gonna do a heal. How about that?
Probably a good call. Let's see if it's better than Twix.
And I will.
Hard to be worse.
Yeah, I'll re-get him the robot, and we'll heal.
All right.
I don't have those things I just picked up in my inventory, so I need to add. Those were all Mark 1s. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Should have 10 of them, I think.
I have 9 written down. I must have used one.
You may have used one. Yeah.
All right. So I'll use another and roll normal. Yeah.
Hey!
Good job. That's how you do it.
Take notes.
Yeah.
Apply as
8
healing.
points of healing on a D8.
You don't stab that. You don't stab that
feel
syringe
better.
into the fatty tissue. You stab it into the muscle. Okay.
Yeah, it's gotta be
All
the
right?
muscle. If you get that stuff in the
Doctor,
bloodstream,
he
it's gonna
says.
mess you up.
All right. Grub's not going to move. He's just going to stay like he was told to last time. It's the robot's turn. He's going to attempt to do another slam right on top of you, Ko. Let's see if he can hit this time. Big rolls, big rolls.
Come on and slam,
Nope.
as they say.
Come on and slam. And welcome to the... I missed the hit. All right, he missed the hit. He tried. Twig,
That's what I like to
you're
see.
up.
I would like to harrying fire a robot.
Okay.
Hey, that does it.
Success. Nicely done. -2 to its AC against the next attack against it.
And I'll move out of here.
All right, go.
Cut in half.
All right.
What are you going to do?
Person's all the way down here around the corner already, so I'm going to step down
Yes.
and attack the robot.
Do it.
Oh,
Ah.
3 on the die.
Natural 11. Or not natural 11. 11, natural 3
Natural
against
11.
KAC -2. You miss. I'm sorry. You miss. Top of the order. Frizzo, seeing his opportunity, is going to attempt to take a shot here. I got you, she.
Brave.
Natural 2 on the die.
All right.
All right. Prison Guard's turn. He is going to... Oh, what's he going to do here? He's going to attempt to just... I think he's going to attempt to full attack against you, Ko. Nope. You know, that's not what he's going to do. He's
No,
going to
he
take a
is.
shot. He's going to...
You already said it. You can't take it back.
He's gonna take a single shot. Oh, hey! That's a critical. That's a natural 20 on
no
the die.
way.
Oh, it's a good thing you didn't full attack then.
There you go. There it is. Revealed to everybody. All right. You're gonna take double damage from this Pulsecaster pistol, which doesn't really do a lot.
Doesn't need to, really.
That is going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
I can handle 7.
And for his move action, he's gonna start sprinting down this hallway.
Stop him.
No.
Lisk! What's your strategy here, Lisk?
Nothing. I'm just checking something. How far is he?
Just checking something out,
Man,
you know?
he's far.
It's totally out of the
pistol
range
is-
increment for pretty much any weapon in this game.
It is. That was 30. From there. Yeah, it's still too far. Okay. I'll just move to here and trick attack the robot, I guess.
I mean, you can take the -2, right?
You can.
If you wanted.
-2 for first range increment.
No.
Probably still easier to hit than the robot.
Robots get
That's all I'm
them.
saying.
Yeah.
Robots get them. We gotta get them eventually. I'll just
Get it?
do it. Yeah, see? Here we go. Sneak attack.
Yeah.
30?
30, you'll just barely do it. For this CR9 creature.
Alright. Comes the
Plus
attack roll.
19.
Bam.
Come on, no.
That's bad. That's an 18. Flat-footed KAC
18
and
against flat-footed KAC Get'em is a hit.
Oh my
Nice.
god, let's go. It's 1d8. Let's see it. Hey, that's pretty bad.
Big damage.
Keep rolling those ones.
Yeah, I
Big
know.
damage.
This d8. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. An extra
Your
d8.
Your shot actually passes right between two armor plates on this robot, hits it square in the shoulder, and you can see the robot just
Incredible.
Excellent.
powers
Yes.
No
down.
way. 2
Incredible.
down. Let's go. You said I shouldn't shoot the robot.
No, that
I
was
did. I 100%
good.
did. I stand
All right.
by that statement.
Luna, you heard or you saw the robot power down in front of you. What are you gonna do?
25. I want this man's or woman's grenades,
Okay.
Smart.
and I'll yell at Grub as I go past. All right, all clear. Follow me.
She has on
What's she
her,
have
just so
left?
you have it, she has 1 frag grenade 2 and 1 incendiary grenade 1.
So good. All right.
Okay.
I like.
Grub. I am hearing things. Save them all. To Yuko.
Hey, first of all, Grub's deaf, as far as I know. That's what I
This
was
is
told
not-
before.
this is not
other
out.
people
This is not
over
out.
there.
There are
Okay.
other people over there. He's just trusting.
Yeah.
I'm Grub, just follow Letty. Letty can hear us. Talk out loud. Just stay with her. Or him. I forget what gender
What's
it
her
was.
match McCall?
All
I
right.
think it's. I don't know.
All right. All right. Letty is going to be moving up here. Grub
Make
gonna
a train.
follow.
Nice.
All the other people gonna follow.
Everybody hold hands.
Yep.
I don't know
single
where
file.
you're running, Sedona. I guess that's on your
I'll
turn.
keep bringing Sedona. It's all good.
All right.
All right.
Quick, you're up.
I'm running. My 30.
Right
I
now,
forget how
walk.
fast I am always. 30. Okay.
Yeah, this
Oh,
isn't
where'd
your
you go?
space goblin, buddy. Freaking
I don't
50
run at
feet of movement.
55. Too bad.
Yeah.
So I will move to there. 40 feet. How's my pistol do?
Probably
30 feet. I'll take a shot. Why not?
All right, take a shot.
I'll put
Negative
the
2
minus
with range
2 on
increment.
here.
Aim for the
okay, it
hamstring.
Doesn't show up automatically, so there it is. Boom.
Boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is an 8.
Good
That
news,
is a
range increment didn't matter.
Miss.
All right.
All right. Cool.
Alright.
Twick just wildly shooting down the hallway. You can't really see what he's shooting at because the bullets are going all over the place. What are you doing?
On here.
Hmm.
And it is time
Third round.
for
Oh no.
time to jam.
Oh, no.
Time to blow.
Supernova.
Oh my gosh.
18 points of damage.
All right, let's see how good this guy can roll. Oh, that is a 10.
It's
which
not good enough.
fails.
Full
That hurts.
damage.
That hurts. So you are running down this hallway, and as you get near him, you like reach out. I'm imagining you're like reaching out with your hand, and you can see that the supernova just like is appearing in front of you, and it just blows this guard down the hallway. His arm flies off one direction, and the rest of his body is just blown
He
forward.
ragdoll physics down the hall.
Flies like almost 20 feet down this hallway,
That's what we like to see.
and he's dead.
Nice.
All right, let's go.
He's not okay.
Surprisingly. All right. About this time, you do hear again. Remember, you heard some landings earlier. So just keep that in mind. We're gonna stay in turn order. Frizzo's just gonna be following Yuko. just because that makes most amount of sense for
Run,
him to do.
Frizzle.
He has some sort of fascination with
He's
me.
Gonna body check Twick on the way.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry, she's friend.
just check him into the wall.
All right, Lisk, you're up.
Nice.
Nice.
Really fast.
Nice.
All right, Luna.
What do I get for double move? Yeah. What is? Yeah, double move. Okay.
Okay, Grub is gonna get to there.
Let's go, Grub.
Grub is he's just. Letty's telling him where to go at this point. Letty's following right next to him, not running any further. Twick, you're up.
Oh, under the dead man.
Smart.
Under the dead man.
Disgusting.
Go,
Nicely
you
done.
cover the door. We'll get the ship started up.
Go, you're up.
Okay. Does it matter if you use serums on me, Caleb,
No,
or should I just use them?
you should just use them. It only matters if you're close to full HP if I use them.
Okay, I'm gonna use a Mark II on myself since I have it.
Caleb, do you
roll
ever
better
get
than
like
me, boy.
better at healing? Like, is that like a class feature?
Not really.
No, that sucks.
Wow!
13 points of healing.
13!
We have a doctor. I don't
Shut it.
understand. I don't get it.
I do other stuff, okay?
And I do other things, guys.
And then I
Leave me
will
alone.
move.
Things that usually don't matter, but I do them.
I'm gonna move here.
Aw.
Okay.
Hey, Cal. How's it going?
All right. Frizzo running down the hallway. It's just going to get, I think, just right behind you,
Oh my
Co.
God.
Hey, she!
I might
Get me out of
shoot
here,
him.
she!
Alright, is this door, what's the status of this door? Is it like a bloodline lock, or?
It appears to be just a standard door. You can see that the bulkhead door has already been opened on it.
Fuck yeah. Bam!
Bam!
Oh, dude, there's no one here!
Oh, good.
Oh, there's someone
see
who punched this
something?
guy on our ship!
You see something familiar?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Your starship!
Oh my god, it's still
Yeah.
here. So that was...
Fire up the
Also,
engines, Lisk.
Did we kill that guy on the ship?
No,
No,
he's unconscious.
Did we tie him up?
Yep.
Okay.
We put him in a
Doesn't make
closet,
it
if I remember.
We just
that
have
sounds
him?
right.
He's just ours now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a pet guard now. I'm just
man.
running to the ship as quick as I can.
Okay. All right. Nicely done. Luna, you're up.
Yeah, I'll go there. Double move, run through the door. Into the hangar.
Oops, sorry. All right. Where did the combat tracker go? There it is. All right. Grub, still going to be moving here. Let me move this out of the way so I can actually see. All right. Twick, you're up. I'll go ahead and move Grub's people he's carrying.
Do I think there's any way I could mess with the controls of this door to prevent it from opening for a time?
That's good.
Yes, you do think you could potentially do something to it. If you remember, one of the things you can do in this prison is hack things and also put remote things on doors through the use of data pads.
Imagine
Yeah,
if
but-
we had gone through this whole prison using those mechanics the whole time.
Nah, honestly,
So
we
I
did pretty
will.
good.
I'll move out here and get ready to try to mess
I am
with this door.
satisfied.
I can't
our-
make it in one turn.
Okay.
Methods.
Our timing was perfect. If
Yeah.
that's
Seems
what
to be
that's
working
what
out really well right
Aaron
now.
said last time, right? Like we've been here like exactly 2 hours, and our distress signal's going off now.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been crazy. Your distress signal was on a 3-hour timer.
Oh, that's right.
But it took us an hour
But
to get here, right?
It took you an hour between flying there and then the 30-minute docking procedures. and then you've been in the prison now for an hour and almost 50 minutes.
Okay, so it's about.
Honestly, I think in universe, I think we're just really, really good at this.
Yeah.
We synchronized our watches.
It may not look like it from an outside observer, but we got it down.
No, I think in universe that makes sense.
All right, what are you doing, Co?
All right, I am. I think I want to move up here.
Okay. Is that
I'll
it?
stand here. And let people go past me first. Yeah.
Tell Friso
Okay.
to come to the ship.
Yeah.
Or actually, maybe he needs to stay with you. I don't know. It's up to you.
So follow Luna to the ship.
Okay, you guys are standing up next to this door, and let me see. Let me do some quick math here. Oh, yep. All right, perfect.
Quick maps.
You hear the sound of an airlock door.
Cool.
And then you hear a bunch of what sounds like
Oh my god.
a whole bunch of muffled
Vader's
voices.
here.
Yeah,
Or
a whole bunch of
maybe
muffled
it's
voices behind the door.
Bane.
It's Bane, yeah.
Let's hope it's that. He can't get through doors as well.
Yes, that's true.
All right, Frizo, where do you want me to go, She?
I literally just
told
said
you.
I'm just making sure, She.
follow Luna to the ship.
I'm just making sure, She. All right, you got it. All right, Liz, what are we doing?
All right. Is it gonna take some time to boot up this ship? Like, does it make sense for me to go ahead to try to get it like running so that way people can get on, we can take off, or am I just being an asshole by doing this?
I think you fire it up, and so that as soon as whoever the last one is on the ramp, we can lift
We
off.
can take off.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my thought exactly. Okay, so I am just going to run. Hey, I can get on. Let's go.
Like
I'm pretty sure
Qui-Gon
in the
Jinn style, walk up the ramp as the ship is flying away.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure in the other session, it took 2 full round actions to start a starship, is what I ruled it, because there are no actual rules for starting a starship in the middle of combat
Sure.
in Starfinder for some reason. So
Okay.
2 full round actions is what I'll expect here.
That works. Okay. Well, I
right.
made it barely onto the ship, but I'm on there.
Okay. All right. Luna.
I kind of want to stand here. I'm gonna ready a smoke grenade.
Okay.
If the door up there opens and it looks like we need to just book it, I'm
Okay.
gonna ready to chuck a smoke grenade in there.
All right.
Next to Twick and Co.
You got it. All right, Grub's moving up. Twick, we'll just say you're up while I'm moving Grub.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rig this door to not open.
Okay.
Success.
I'm gonna need an engineering check from you.
Engineering, you got it.
Good engineering check, dude.
All right.
3 on the die, 14 total.
Par for
14
the course,
total.
guys.
Yeah. Not able to do anything as far as you can tell.
Okay. Go break controls and let's get out of here.
You
right.
think that's gonna do something? Smashing the panel on this
Who
side?
knows? It might. You never know.
That's how it works.
It seems to work in movies, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smash the panel. I guess.
All right. I'm
Can
going to
he-
need an attack roll.
I'm gonna cauterize the doors opening with my lightsaber. No. That's okay.
Do you
attack
wanna
with
try that?
lightsaber.
Wanna try
No.
You sure?
No.
It's up to you,
Why would
man.
you say you sure like that? Like you want me to do that for some reason.
Oh, sorry. Les should be over here.
Okay.
Ready.
Attack against the control panel.
Yep.
Nice.
24.
24. All right. You hit the control panel. I'm going to need damage here because the door itself, along with the control panel, is made out of a very specific starship grade metal.
Nice. Okay.
Good stuff.
Well,
15.
Perfectly average damage.
Exactly
That's
average.
What I'm talking about.
All right. Let me.
I taught my kids how to like when you're playing Monopoly, you know, and somebody's coming up into like your territory where you own properties, right? And you roll 2 dice, so the average is 7. And I'm like, all right, guys, the average is 7. So It's worked out multiple times where it's like just put build up all your houses on whatever 7 spaces away from this guy is, and you roll a 7, and then you land on it and you die.
Vicious. Great, but vicious. Cutthroat capitalism at work.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, that took me a minute to actually find this section. Yeah, your solar weapon appears to almost just bounce right off the wall.
Lame.
It's made out of Beskar.
Are you doing it? Are you doing anything else?
The Beskar doors.
Everybody
they are
else
so strong.
over there. Okay, I will move down. Just behind people.
Okay. Frizzo is just going to be running towards the ship as fast as humanly possible. He runs across the wing somehow. He's incredible.
Well, presumably
ship.
it's under.
Yeah, it is.
This is the Millennium Falcon, remember?
Yeah. You guys, you do hear the door close. You can kind of hear from a distance, and you hear all of a sudden like pressurization.
Okay. All right.
Air's going into the airlock right now.
It's weird that we heard sound before the air was in the airline. That's strange.
Shut up.
Well, you know,
I could have given you nothing. I could have given you nothing.
we heard the vibrations through the metal.
Correct.
Gotcha.
That's exactly right. Hey, you know, there's light atmosphere. All right, light atmosphere. Lisk, you're up.
All right, I am just gonna start turning this bad boy on. Start looking around for the keys. Adjust the seat the way I like it.
Yeah.
You gotta put the seat the right way, otherwise
Co
you
has
I
it
know.
so far back.
Poe messes it up every time.
True.
Just because he's the pilot.
Ace
Whatever.
Thank you.
Well, we'll go with pilot at least.
Yeah.
It says it
Okay.
right on my character sheet.
Full round action. All right, Luna. Or sorry, why did it just go there? I think I just accidentally hit full round. Hold on. There we go.
Oh.
Luna.
All right. So now that everyone's coming this way, I will just go ahead and throw the grenade.
Great idea.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I think it's going to be just encroaching on Ko's space, but I think in that intersection.
Okay.
And I need to roll
Smoke.
this thing.
All right. No
That
problem.
definitely gets it.
No problem.
And then it's a 20 radius. Is
All
that
right.
I think.
You got it. 5, 10, 15, 20. There you go.
Yeah, 20 feet, yeah.
So that whole hallway is now full of smoke.
Nice.
Nicely done.
And then I guess I
right.
have a move still, so
You
I
do
will
have a move.
move toward the ship.
Whoops. I did not mean to do targeting. Hold on. Turn that off. You guys aren't targeting grub. Gosh. Oh my gosh. There we go. All right. Grub and his posse are going to move forward. All following behind. Twick, what are you doing?
I'm gonna delay electric Co goes actually.
Okay. All right. Co.
You want me to go through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is this the part where Twick betrays us?
What you don't know is that I set bombs on the ship.
Oh no.
God. What an elaborate ruse.
Went through all of this just for this moment.
He's been Aslanti the whole time.
Unbelievable.
I take off my furry disguise.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The human crawled up in a ball underneath.
He didn't move, but there.
A
He's
bunch
all
of
in flux
goblins.
glow this whole time.
All right. Co, you're done. Twick, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna step around here, shut this door, and try to jerry it shut. Jerry-rig it shut.
Okay, engineering check.
All right.
Are you trying to shut the
That can
bloodline
try.
lock door or the bulkhead door?
Can I shut the bulkhead door? I don't know if that helps too much. That helps quite a bit. Can I shut the bulkhead door?
I mean,
That would be
you-
Bulkhead's
great.
know
probably
that-
more difficult.
You know that they're a lot more complicated.
Would it be more complicated to shut the bulkhead door or to try to break the controls for this
To
door?
shut the bulkhead door.
Okay, I'll
It would
break the controls
you,
for
you,
this
you
door.
well, you wouldn't be necessarily breaking. You're trying to hack the door, right?
Sure, hack the door.
All right.
Yeah,
There's a
so
big
it
difference
doesn't
between hacking the door and breaking the controls.
Okay, sure.
All right, hacking the door. All right, engineering check.
That's
Double
10
digits.
better than last time.
Okay. Tell me exactly what you would like to do to the door.
I would like to make it not open for anyone.
Only responds to small furry most
So-
people.
Even
Only a
just nothing.
Sophie.
Is it
Uh,
bloodline
just-
lock?
There is not a bloodline lock on this door. If you remember, there is a key card on this door from the outside.
Oh, okay. I would like to wipe the database for keycards.
There is no
From
key
the
card on the
outside.
door from the inside. There's a
fine.
button.
Oh. Who? I want to disable the button somehow, if possible.
Okay.
Disable
All
button
right.
control. Door.
All right. You hack into the system. You are able to disable the button control. You don't know for how long or for like what it's going to
Great.
provide you, but you are able to
take it.
disable the button.
Excellent.
Okay. You do while you're standing there. Also hear, you can barely hear through these really thick walls, but you hear the door open. Shh. You hear a whole bunch of. And you can definitely tell there's a whole bunch of people. There's a lot of footsteps. It sounds like there's a lot of coughing going on. You don't know exactly what's going on behind the door, but they're definitely in the smoke.
I'll shout, "Hey, you Frizzo, shoot the door once I'm clear."
You want Frizzo to shoot the door when you're clear.
Yep.
Ah.
It's okay. The ship hasn't started yet.
Yeah,
I'll
Frizzle's
be
really
clear
far
by
away.
then.
Sure thing. All right.
With the ship, not with your
Oh,
gun.
with the
Oh,
ship.
with the
I thought
ship.
you meant with my gun. Okay. I
I
don't know
like
how to
something
operate.
useful. Would be
Listen,
good.
I was the pilot with she. I'm not a gunner. So yeah, it's not gonna work out. I'll see what I can do.
You shoot anywhere near it. That's fine.
All right. Frizzo is officially on the ship. Lisk, I assume you're just powering up the ship again?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ship's engines are hot, boys.
Yeah. See you guys.
Take off.
Running.
Double move. Grub, going to take a double move here. Oops. Gonna take a double move here, carrying his passengers.
Do we know how to open the iris to get out of this place?
We think it's fly up to it.
Okay.
And if not, we've got guns.
We have guns. We do.
Yeah.
Twick, quick perception check from you. Since you're, well,
It's a 23.
Double digits.
23. You've been running along with Sedona this whole time, and as you are running past her this time, you see her back kind of arches a little bit, and she's just like, and she
man.
collapses onto the ground.
Sedona, we don't have time for this.
Letty, grab her real fast. Get on the ship.
Can Letty carry her?
He seems
Letty can carry her, yes. You will be very slow, but Letty can attempt to do that. No
Is
problem.
Go faster?
fine.
I believe you guys have the same
I'd
land
probably
speed.
be-
Okay.
All right, go.
If I go carry her, would that be better?
Who really knows?
I feel like how slow are you when you're carrying somebody? Is it half?
Something like that.
I will come back and help. Would that speed it up? Can we do one under each arm?
That's a good idea.
Is it a standard action to pick her up?
Yeah, it would be a standard action pick her up.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, you go pick her up. Perception checks from you and Twick, because you're closest to the door.
Wrecked it.
Holy crap, a 30 on the perception. All right, Twick. Your ears are so attuned to what's going on in this prison that what you heard when you were at the door, a whole bunch of guards nearby, they appear to be moving away from you.
Great.
Maybe not necessarily in the direction of the door. You don't know where they're headed, but they don't appear to be as close as they were.
Great.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually take us out of combat, but I am going to ask you, and what you guys can do, we can move us straight to the ship. I will need to know how long you are planning on staying before you take off in your starship.
Like none.
Yeah,
Well,
as soon as
actually, maybe like a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Relax.
So. Yeah, we get.
What do you mean, like 10 minutes ish?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
we have to wait 10 minutes because
slightly more than 10 minutes-ish.
our decoy is gonna go off in 10 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're at 10
Oh.
minutes.
You're right.
I mean, you got the ship powered up. Just point the weapons at the door.
We'll chill.
If that door opens, you shoot the weapons.
Ship doors closed.
We'll get out of here.
Okay.
We rest
So-
for 10 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, we can rest for 10 minutes while we're waiting for control.
All right. You guys are waiting. You want to do exactly 10 minutes, plus minus? Like, what are we doing here exactly?
I think we want to do a
me,
little more
let's-
than 10 minutes,
let's
right?
be precise. Okay, a little more than 10.
minutes. We got 12
12 minutes.
we need a couple minutes to get all the folks situated, and to chuck what's his name, Iovanus, out of the ship.
Are we getting rid of him?
Do you want to keep him?
I mean, I don't want to
I mean,
keep I don't know about
that'd
you,
be
but I don't
kinda-
want to keep him. I don't want to hear
kinda
about his
fun to
kids
have a-
every time he wakes
Oh,
up.
he does have a family. I would feel
Yeah.
bad if we kept him.
All right. So you're just gonna toss his body on the ground?
yeah,
Okay.
You know,
fuck 'em.
He's still
away from
he's
the
still
engine.
hogtied.
Is he
and
not
gagged.
woken up yet? He's been there for a while.
He's unconscious.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna short rest.
Okay.
Yes.
So you guys will
put one of
short
our
rest,
spare
and then
helmets on him so he doesn't eat it if opening the door actually vents all the atmosphere in this place.
okay. All right. You guys. I'm just gonna. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll just leave you there. But as you guys are on the ship, you've rested for about 10 minutes. You are about to toss Iovanus out the door, and you do see the door to the hangar open up as a couple guards step in. Actually, quite a few guards step in.
Boy.
What you see is they immediately began fanning out. None of them are headed directly for you. They're kind of just walking around right now.
Hang on,
Sure.
when that door opens, I want to shoot it.
You immediately want to shoot the door.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. let me move him back. I mean, well, no,
I was
that's
waiting to shoot that door
Does
once
it-
it opened.
that doesn't make any sense because based on the time, did you short rest?
Yeah. If we're resting, I don't know.
Yeah,
Is
the
it
door
during
opened.
your
Okay.
It's 9 minutes.
during your rest action?
Exactly. Sorry. So
That's what
they've
the
been
book
walking.
says.
Yeah, they've been walking around for about a minute when you guys are done short resting, and they're just kind of moseying around here. They're not necessarily looking at anything. One of the guards is walking up towards your ship, but your doors are currently closed. What are you gonna do?
Let's leave.
Yeah.
Bio
Yeah. I mean, I'll roll a sense motive, but I'm pretty sure we know what they're doing.
16.
Well, that was a bad sense motive.
Yeah, you still are able to look out the window, and it just looks like they're looking for something. They're looking for potentially, you don't know,
Us.
prisoners maybe. Yeah, you don't really know.
Any of
The first guard walks up to the door here of the ship.
Oh.
He kind of looks around it a little bit. He bangs on it a couple times, and then he just moseys on his way.
Just walks past Iovanus's body.
You guys had
Yeah,
to
this
toss.
happens.
Did you guys toss him out yet? Because
mean,
what I was saying
imagine
was
we tossed him out before we rested.
you tossed him out immediately. Okay.
Right,
and you
we're
didn't
gonna
say
hang
you-
on to him.
Well, Mike, that's why I asked you where exactly you were putting him and when you were doing it. Before or after short rest, whether or not you were trying to put him somewhere to hide him. No,
we're
you put a
closing-
helmet on him.
We're
You tossed
closing
him out
that
the door.
so we're just putting him out there before we rest.
All right. So when he walks up here at about we'll say 11 minutes after you guys got in the ship, he sees the body on the ground. And he leans over and he starts shaking him rapidly. Nothing's really going on. And you see him get on his radio and radio for people. And all these other guards begin heading your direction.
Get them all in one isolated spot.
The one guard next to Iovanus on the ground reaches up with his fist and starts banging on the door.
We get out of here. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's leave. Let's go.
We fly away now.
Okay. We will say that it's been maybe 2 minutes. So you guys start the ship. The ship was already started. It was engaged. You guys lift off. As you head up towards the iris just opens. There's nothing. It just, as the ship is raising up, the iris opens to allow the ship to depart. And you guys get through the iris. Who is in what role on this ship right now?
I'm a pilot.
I know
Just-
you're the
yeah, just
pilot.
normal spots.
Just go to one
Gosh.
thing.
I'm probably
the
on the
pilot.
gunner. Well, I'm definitely on the gun.
You're on the gunner? I
Yeah,
thought we were
yeah.
gonna switch.
Oh, are we swapping?
We bought a special gunner thing for me.
Ooh, we did. You're right.
You
We
remember?
were gonna
Don't you
swap. I
take my
completely
thing.
forgot we were gonna swap.
You're stuck in the engines, man.
All right, I'm in the engine.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Okay.
science officer.
Uh,
Got him.
All right. You guys should be able to see the starship now. If you click on it, you can go straight into the bridge. Let me know if something's not working. You guys, when you were right after your short rest, or right before your short rest, I'm going to presume you did a couple things. One, we'll say you guys dropped off both Chichik and Mathkala in the infirmary area of the ship. You also dropped off Sedona 17 in the other infirmary area, maybe where there's a bed currently at. The other two are you found them a spot to go just rest. That's Letty and Frizzo. Grub's just kind of roaming around right now and
We
feeling
also-
around on things on the ship.
We also took away Frizzo's gun.
Okay, all right. You took away Frizzo's gun. Excellent.
if we're taking away Frizzo's gun, I point out that he might be hiding something, so you better check him good.
Oh, that's right. We take away Frizzo's other gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to do a pat down. You do find another weapon on Frizzo. In fact, you find two. You find a tack lash and you find a pulsecaster pistol.
Okay.
You
I wouldn't
take
be
them
too
all off.
scared
of
about
him.
that tack lash.
Yeah.
And he,
or the
he
gun,
just
honestly.
who's patting him down? Anybody specifically? Okay. Aren't you piloting?
It's an autopilot.
Autopilot, that's right.
I'm piloting.
All right, you're piloting.
Nobody was
Who-
stepping
who-
up. I just
Who's
said
patting
it.
him down?
Not I. That's for sure.
I'll take it because I gave him the rifle to begin with, and then I guess Twick mentions the other gun, and I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're patting him down, he says, "Don't tell she. I just picked it up. I figured you guys would want all of the stuff off the gods you could get. I didn't mean nothing by it."
All right. Just want to make sure.
About that time, who's in science officer? Because you guys are still kind of leaving the iris right now. Who's in science officer
We don't
position?
have a science officer.
Okay.
Only
Excellent.
4 of us.
All right. Well, Luna, as you're standing over the top of the console in the middle of the ship, all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of lights light up on the ship. Klaxons begin firing.
Slight problem.
No, it's
You
a
also
distress-
see-
distress beacon. It's fine.
You see two things. You see that the starship, the Zandamant, however you say it, had started its course out towards the beacon you had put together. And it's quite a ways off. But it has been flagged, and all of a sudden you can see on your radar that it is starting to turn around. Simultaneously, you see multiple things on the top of the actual iris. There's like this area around this perimeter on the iris, and you see these what appears to be metal plates. They zip to the side, and giant gun columns raise out of the top of Gulta Prison, and you see them just turn and just line up and aim directly at the Indefatigable.
Hey, how do we get in the drift?
Go to light speed.
It actually takes a little bit to get in the drift. So what you guys are going to do is we are going to be doing a starship chase to escape Gulta Prison.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
You could have
This
fought
adventure
the
path
ship.
likes the shapes, the chases, huh?
I made up the first one, and
Oh, okay.
this one is specifically, I gave this to you because you did the beacon thing. You are supposed to fight the ship, but you distracted it, and you were there long enough that I'm going to give it to you.
Nice.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was actually very good timing, so we will take it. All right. So if you guys remember specifically how this works, let me actually pull up. Here, hold on 1 second. I will get you the actual doc for this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The premise is pretty simple. We are going to be doing, usually it's about 6 rounds. What'll happen is you guys will have let me click the share button, share, copy link, there it is. So you guys will have 6 rounds. During the rounds, you will have, 2 things will happen. There will be a obstacle that I'm going to put in your way. You guys will have to select one PC to attempt to overcome that obstacle. If you miss the check, something bad happens. You don't know specifically what, but something bad will happen, and you'll have to deal with the consequences of that. Immediately following the obstacle, you guys will pick a chase action, which means you're going to pick something that specifically you will be using to use your skills to get out faster. You're trying to get successes. This will continue over approximately 6 rounds. It just kind of depends on how it's going and how many rounds I've decided to put in your way. At the end, I will determine whether or not you've succeeded and how much damage your ship has taken based on how well you've done at the starship chase actions. Any questions?
Oh, we got it.
Okay.
Easy.
I actually, hold on 1 second. Let me get a new, to make a copy. I forgot to write down the new chase actions because the ones you have in that PDF don't actually line up with this specific chase. So I'm going to give you some new ones. Give me 1 second. All right. Share. And with link. Copy link. All right, that should give you a link to the chase actions you can do specifically for this if the Zadamant is en route to the beacon. Nicely done. I really thought we were going to have starship combat here, but you guys made it out. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. You guys, the ship's taking off from Gulta Prison. I already mentioned that these little doors, they go and you see these giant emplacements. They just mounts. These mounts kind of pop up out of the doors. They look a little different from one another. One of them does look like guns, but another one looks like it has this giant claw-like mechanism. Multiple of them look like they have these huge claw-like mechanisms on the end of them. And these small machines, or these large machines mounted around the opening of the iris of Gulta Prison, they activate, they take aim towards the Indefatigable, and one by one, they fire grappling hooks on long smart cables charged with electricity. And you guys would know, based on normal starship navigation, that having any kind of debris attached to the hull increases drag and can interfere with weapon functionality, and only engineering or a removal procedure or overpowering thrusters can get the starship clear of the holding technique. This will be for either a chief mate or an engineer.
Well, we got one of those.
Power those thrusters.
Can we switch? Because before we could kind of switch roles.
You can't.
Constantly?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't give you an opportunity to do that at the beginning. If you wanted to switch, you could switch.
Okay, I think we're good. I think Caleb's got it.
Right.
Yeah.
You will have an opportunity at the very beginning.
Here's
I
a
see.
question.
So we switch before we know what's gonna come, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like before the obstacle presents itself?
Yes, correct.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Can I use the new chair we put in to use my physical science instead of engineering for engineering? For the chase thing.
We
Say that
upgraded
again.
our ship.
We
Say that again.
got the new chair. It lets me use physical science for engineering checks. Can I use that on this engineering check?
I mean, it lets you use physical science for engineering checks, so I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
It does make sense.
I'm gonna say yes.
Let's say I have a sapping weapon.
Hey now. That's a 31.
That is a 31.
Jesus.
I
You
rolled well.
succeed.
That's a success. No, no way, dude.
Succeed just
31.
barely.
By the skin of my teeth.
All right. Chase actions. What are you gonna do?
How many
that's
people
right.
have chase actions? Is it just one person picks a chase
Only
action?
one person can do the chase action.
And then
Just
you
wanna make sure.
can't. And then you. Wait, was it you can't be the person that just did the action?
Correct.
Or you can't do the next one.
You let me pull up that PDF again.
It was one or
what
the
does
other,
it say?
right?
That's
Yeah. I think it makes more sense if you can't be the one who just did the other thing. But I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that's how we did it last time.
Characters also can't attempt an obstacle check and take a chase action in the same round.
There you go. Nice.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, Alex, my voice mod is just screwing up. That's why it was clipping. I turned it off.
Oh.
I need to fix that thing.
I was wondering about that. Thanks.
Yeah, just let me know if it's doing that again. Okay.
I'm trying to hide our conversation behind private messages. You just go say it out loud.
Well, that way
Content
everybody
there.
knows why I'm so distracted. Chase action. What are you guys doing?
Well, I don't know if we want to save this for later, but I'm seeing the gunner checks, and I succeed if I roll a 0
Yeah.
on these.
Let's.
So, like, I don't know. That seems pretty good.
Let's go through these real quick so we can talk about what you guys can do. You can navigate an obstacle, which is a gunner or pilot. Just flying around rocks and starships and yada, yada, yada. Deciding how to go past one will determine if you are a stellar bulldozer or a slingshot pilot. You can extrapolate path. Mathematics and orbital mechanics are your friend. Navigating your way through things. I mean, that potentially could be helpful. Power to thrusters. Sometimes the best way to get through is to just power up and get moving. You can also do maneuver. You might try to fly too close to the edge of the drift, enter a twisting canyon. In this case, maneuvering around these grappling hooks. Seasoned improv for the captain only. In the midst of a tense situation, a canny crew can use intuition or equipment to zero in on the next best step. And last but not least, or actually not last but not least, make away. Make away, which is opening a doorway, shooting things, making sure you have a pathway to move forward. And last but not least is ancillary equipment. Normal crew members don't know how to use systems to their advantage. However, you've been studying starships your whole life, and a unique skill set to this equipment in unique ways, but at what cost? That is what you can do. So, are you going to use the gunner?
I mean, we can.
Navigate those obstacles.
Yeah, no, I'll shoot. I'll kind of like blast away at some of these asteroids
Okay.
and kind of like build us a path through.
I need you to roll because I need to make sure you don't roll a natural 1.
Sure. So basically, for people who don't know, maybe I basically have like a full body like VR suit, so I can use acrobatics to shoot the gun now.
Nice.
And your acrobatics
Really?
are insane.
It's plus 15. This is my
Yeah.
acrobatics.
Yeah, quite insane.
Nice.
It's my second highest skill. So let's see how I do.
There it is.
Oh my
Nat
God.
20. It's a 35 acrobatics.
Oh man, you barely succeed. Oh god.
When I don't need it, it just comes
Mhm.
every
I know.
time. I don't
I
know.
know. All right, so you get on the gun, and like Luke Skywalker, you're just like freaking moving around in the chair, and somehow you're shooting all the freaking
Chunky
hooks.
cocky kid.
You're just shooting all the grappling hooks as they're flying towards you, and you're able to get them off of you.
Yeah.
However, as you are continuing down this trek, you are suddenly riddled with shrapnel. Wait, by the way, does anybody want to change?
I don't think so. For me.
No.
Okay. You good,
Yeah,
Jake?
I'm fine. No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
The Indefatigable is suddenly riddled with shrapnel as surface-mounted flak cannons, the other guns, the other mounts. They are firing exploding projectiles in hopes of slowing your escape. Small chunks bounce off the hull, but larger chunks could do some real damage. Only a steady hand Some precisely targeted shots or a wide-band radar interference can potentially help you out.
Ooh.
This will be a gunner, a pilot, or a science officer check.
Sounds like gunner and pilot.
I mean, Gunner seems.
I mean,
Seems strong.
I did just burn my 20 though, so
You
this is-
did.
the next one's probably a low roll. I don't know. You're pretty good at piloting. I don't know if you want to take it.
I.
I leave it up to you.
You're at like a plus 15 or something.
I am at a plus 15 to shoot.
Yeah, I would go with that.
All right,
My piloting
Okay.
is plus 11, I think, and
here it comes.
10.
It's a good
Jeez, so
roll.
close.
16 on the die. 31.
31 total. I'm gonna have to increase the DCs for the next Starship chase. Good to
Goodness
know.
gracious.
All right. Yeah, you are able to take some precisely targeted shots again and just shoot some of the shells out of the air as they're flying towards you before they explode. Nicely done.
You know what it is?
Nicely
You
done.
made these DCs thinking Caleb would be the gunner again.
That's true. I did.
So it's like we
I
gotta
did.
make it like 10.
Yeah, we gotta give him something he can hit, right?
Well, for what it's worth, there are hard DCs and there are easy DCs in this.
Sure.
So keep that in mind.
I mean, really,
all
you
right.
should have just taken the DCs out of this document before you gave it to us.
That's not. Those are different DCs.
And then-
those are the DCs for you to succeed in your
obstacle
action.
DCs,
Yeah, these are the action DCs, not
Still,
not the
Obstacle.
obstacle ones.
Yeah, I'm not worried about you having those. I'm just worried about you having the obstacle DC. All right, who is acting on this turn?
You wanna do it up, Capitan?
So mine are weird. Oh no, this extrapolate path just gives you success.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The other one's like you have to get the next one also, and then you get 2. Like seasoned improvisation.
Oh.
Yeah. But you get a bonus on the check too.
That's true.
Yeah, you do get +2.
uh,
Sky reward.
It's it's that exactly.
Well, not really high risk, high reward.
Mostly just high risk.
Kind of reward. You get a reward.
High risk, slight reward.
All right,
Yeah.
so we'll do extrapolate path. How about that?
Okay, extrapolate
Um,
path.
I'll work the magic on the screen in front of me to chart a way around like the flag cannons or something, so that we're not in as
You're not
much
getting hit by
danger. And then I roll my diplomacy for that. Do I just roll my wait? What?
Yeah,
am I-
you can roll. What is the specific check for this? Hold
I
on.
assume it's
It says it on
whatever
that sheet.
the roll is.
Captain is bluff, diplomacy, or intimidate. It's on the PDF.
Yeah, that's right. I see it. So I can pick diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Oh, well, I barely got it. So-
Nicely done. You have extrapolated a very nice path around these flak shells.
I
that are
chart it
currently
in and send it to
exploding.
Co.
Well done. Go. Take it. Take the wheel.
do you want me to maneuver, I guess?
No, because you have another obstacle coming up.
Obstacle.
Yeah, it's obstacle
Nice
time.
try. Anybody
Um,
changing seats?
You know what? Can I move? Since I just went on gunner, I feel like it's not going to be gunner again. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna.
can't.
If you want to go to engineering, I was thinking about hopping over to science officer for a bit.
Oh, okay. That'll work. I was actually thinking of doing the other one that lets me do acrobatics, but engineering works too.
Sure. Either way, doesn't matter.
No, I'll do engineering. You being on science officer is probably good.
Okay. I'll hop over there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You guys swap positions. Grappling hooks, explosion, a starship headed your direction to boot. The crew, all of a sudden, may be beginning to feel the walls closing in on them. Intense situations,
this one
fear, stress, or anxiety can often lead to mistakes, some more disastrous than others. But they can be resolved with strong words or magical persuasion.
Ah, shit.
Magic one.
No pressure, Abe. No pressure.
Crew has reached its breaking point.
All right, guys. I know we went through some rough times in there. We got Sedona out, and we didn't just almost die to get blown up in space. So, get it together.
The great pet dog.
Incredible. 28.
Man, you guys are gonna have no problem.
Nice.
All right. Your speech was so inspiring that everybody feels like they're
know.
just not gonna have a problem on their next action. They're just gonna dominate.
Yeah, let's get a quick high five as they switch roles.
Yeah. So your next chase action is gonna get a +1. Like you need it.
Yeah.
Like you need it.
Do not jinx us.
All right. What are you doing for your next chase action?
It makes sense to follow the path and maneuver now.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
go.
That's fun.
Yeah.
By the way, just kind of as we're walking through this, my presumption is you guys were actually trying to get into the drift. It does take a little while to do so. So we're just going to assume that you guys are powering up the drift engines during this chase. If we make it to the end, you guys survive.
I think
Get
that's
into the
absolutely
drift.
what we want to
No,
do. That's
absolutely.
great.
Whatever gets us as far away from this place as humanly possible.
Yeah. And the drift's like weird, right? Where we enter, somebody won't necessarily, if they enter in the same spot, won't necessarily end up next to us or anything.
Correct. It's a weird thing.
So
The
it's perfect.
speed force, you know how it
All
is.
right.
It is
Yeah.
the Speed Force.
So yeah, I'll do a maneuver, and I will try spinning because that's a good trick.
Oh, good idea, good idea.
Wizard.
Piloting check.
Let's see it.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Oh my god.
I thought you were an
Natural
ace
one.
pilot.
I'm an ace pilot, guys.
Quote unquote ace pilot,
Hey,
guys.
we have a +1 to that.
Oh my gosh.
12.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
12
it's
or
a
6?
12. Yeah, totally.
It doesn't bring us up to, what do we need, a 14?
You were doing maneuver, correct?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
so close, though. That sucks.
Yeah.
Nah.
So, failure by 5 or more, your starship, you're trying to maneuver really well with your ace pilot, but you get a little overly cocky, and you end up running into one of the giant chunks from the flak cannons. Hits the side of the ship, knocks you off course a little bit.
I didn't realize that the
Rizzo
chunk
shows
had
up
the
on-
high ground.
Frezzo shows up on the bridge. Hey, you want me to take over for you?
Get out of here, Frizzo.
Okay. You guys want to swap?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Upon exiting the minimal atmosphere, the gravitational pull of the moon begins to lighten. But the asteroids currently held in orbit around the moon aren't easy to navigate at high speeds. While the smallest asteroids offer no real threat to modern spacecraft, running into a large enough space rock can do considerable damage to a starship's hull. Only quick maneuvering thrusters will prove useful in avoiding such impacts. This is going to be a piloting check.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
that's it. That's the only option. Okay.
Okay.
Here comes remote
Well, it can't
redemption.
possibly be a 1 again.
That's literally impossible. Never happened. A million years. Never happened.
It's not a 1
It's
again.
not a
Didn't
1.
happen.
Man,
It is a 2 though.
again, you're trying to navigate through, and you just are so overly confident at your ability to fly this ship that you run into a very large asteroid, and it hits the side of the hull, knocks you off sideways again.
Why did we hire you again?
We were just like, last time everyone but Co had a really rough session. I feel like Co's having a really rough session
Karma.
here. Yeah.
Rizzo does walk in at this time, and he says, "She, do you want me to pilot the ship, She?"
Oh yeah, he is a pilot. That's right.
I don't think so. What am I gonna do? Stand in the corner?
Yeah, you deckhand, science officer, you know She. Well, I guess all you was is a pilot. I don't know She.
Oh, Co, the bathroom upstairs is clogged again. You could deal with that.
Okay, what are you guys gonna do for your chase action?
I was thinking about maybe using some ancillary equipment.
Oh yeah.
Ancillary equipment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thinking charge up some plasma and launch out the back of the ship, give us a little extra boost.
Ooh.
boosties.
Eject
Ejecting
the warp core.
We're not quite that far yet, guys.
Use
Not
the
that
blast
dangerous.
to speed you out. Gravitational pull. All right, you're gonna eject some plasma. Let's see it. Push the big red button.
I pushed it.
Yes.
23. You push a button. It's very easy to do. Plasma ejects out of the back of the ship, goes right into the thruster plume, creates a boost for the ship, and propels you forward.
There's like,
Nicely done.
normal crew members don't know how to do this, but and then he hits the big red button.
You're like the most put together person in the entire crew, and yet you're like, normal crew members don't know how to do this. All right, anybody want to change positions? Seats.
You want to change, Jake? If you want to go do crewmate stuff, I can jump back on the
Chiefmate.
Chiefmate stuff. Thank you.
I feel like Gunner might be coming up again soon.
Okay. I'll head back to the engine.
Yeah, let's swippy swappy back.
Okay.
Back in the gun.
Coastal
All right.
pilot or
Yes.
Of course. All right. About this time, a loud broadcast comes over the speakers from the prison moon and rings ominous. It says, "Whoever you are, stop and prepare to be boarded or you'll be shot down." This might prove to be intimidating to a starship's crew, but a clever retort or an inspiring speech from the crew's captain, a magical shuffling of the broadcast message, or a quick shutdown of ship-wide broadcasting systems can mitigate such distractions. This will be a captain, magic officer, or science officer check.
Oh, you just moved
Sorry,
up to science, didn't
Caleb,
you?
I screwed
It's
us. Yeah,
okay.
that's my bad.
All right, Captain. I'm gonna need to hear your retort.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luna's got this though. This will be easy.
Whoever you are, stop and prepare to be boarded or you will be shot down.
Here, you can roll it first, because then you know how good the retort is.
That's true. We can play it off the roll, right?
Yeah,
Is
right. Because if it's really bad,
it's
it's
just
like
it's just whatever skill I want, right? Or do I have to actually match it to my chosen retort?
I would say yes. If you're gonna go intimidation, you got to roll that. If you're gonna go diplomacy route, roll that. Yeah.
What would a so she's gonna say something to the effect of like, yeah, why don't you send up the troops that tried to stop us when we were in the prison, because they're all great shots and we all died down there.
got him.
Was that
That's
diplomacy?
Man, I feel like that's
Vicious.
gonna be. That's tough.
That was very diplomatic.
You think it was diplomatic? I think it was taunting.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Yeah,
Is that
that's what it
intimidating?
was.
I think
It
it's
was more
like
intimidation.
Intimidating. It's
That's
not like
fair.
we're
Maybe
gonna kick your
intimidate or
ass.
bluff.
Right.
Somewhere in there.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like
it's
a
the same.
retort.
Same.
I
Oh,
think.
Yeah.
come on, 14.
They were wit-
14. Yikes. You come across the radio, and the guy on the other side responds, like that's going to stop us. Clearly not effective. You will
right.
take a -2 to your next crew chase action.
Lisk, you're up.
Yeah, give me got him back to Gunner, baby.
All right, is this going to be another make away?
Last time it was navigate obstacle, so now it'll be make away.
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
navigate obstacle last
See,
time. Okay.
they're different because one involves shooting stuff and the other one's, something
Involved
different.
shooting stuff.
Shooting
not
stuff
gonna
differently
sound
in a different manner.
Yeah, it's
Different
gonna, this is
kind
like
of
a
shooting stuff.
cool shooting stuff. So I'll give myself a -2 on this.
Okay.
Oh,
It was really
no.
close to a natty 1.
Oh no.
That's a 20 though, 20 total.
Yeah, you succeed. No problem. You make some shots back towards the prison.
Yeah, I shoot a hole through his argument.
Yeah.
So now he looks dumber.
You just point the gun straight at your own radar dish and shoot it off.
Yeah, bam! Talk to us now, idiot.
All right, do you guys want to swap?
Gotta stay.
Look, it's up to you. I screwed us over last time. So
I
if you
think
want
we'll
to
stick
switch
around
again,
this time.
It couldn't
Okay,
possibly be
okay.
science officer again.
yeah. What are the odds of that?
We've had science officer like 3 times of the 4.
It's
I
gonna
think.
be only a gunner can do this next one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Good.
Quick maneuvering and power to thrusters may get a starship quickly out of a mess, but too much stresses the power core and can be potentially destructive. And energy surges are a prime example. The Indefatigable's power core isn't immune to this effect, and you guys have been stressing the ship since you left the Iris. Only a quick redistribution of power output, or rapidly draining as much energy from the core as possible, can avoid a potential catastrophic overload.
Either of us.
Did we save one of those leech guys that came?
This will be an engineering, chief mate, or gunner check.
I'm expecting Chief Mate.
And the gunner check is just literally unloading all of your weapons at the same time
Oh my
to
God.
just offload power from the core.
Was it Star Trek? The new Star Trek, the first one where he's just like, fire everything!
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I take a kill?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay. So I am just going to fire everything.
That sat
was
on
a
that 3
17.
for a minute.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was going to be the one again. So it's a 32 on my shoot everything we possibly can check. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, Aaron. Yep.
Fire everything! All the guns on the ship fire simultaneously. You fire all of your rockets. You take multiple shots from your other guns, your other weapons, and you're able to reduce the power core so that it doesn't explode.
You guys
Hell
seen
yeah.
the last Starfighter?
Yeah.
It's like the button that he presses at the end on his ship and just like goes nuts,
Yeah.
spinning around. Can't remember what that's called.
It's a great movie. Damn, you should see that.
I should.
You are able to avoid the energy overload. What are you going to do for your final chase action?
Pilot, would you like to redeem yourself?
Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. We will redeem ourselves.
I believe.
You want to
my
navigate?
freaking. Yeah, I lost my window.
Oh no!
Actions.
He's too busy playing Elden Ring.
I have not.
You gotta
Playing
minimize
Elden
that.
No.
No.
Navigate obstacle?
That has a lower DC.
Yeah, let's do that. let's go with that.
You only need to roll like a 4.
There we go.
Hey.
There we
Nice.
go. Nicely
29.
done.
He's like, Frizzo, watch
29.
this.
Yeah, can you tell me what you would say to Frizzo? He's standing right there.
I
Put you on the spot.
I was it was all a ruse before. I was playing a joke. And here is how you really fly a starship.
Oh, showing you what you do when you fly this.
That's how you fly.
Oh man, nicely
Ship
done.
takes
Okay,
literal damage. Oh, solid joke.
Gotcha.
all right. So nicely done. And you guys are you're moving, you're accelerating forward at a really rapid pace from the plasma, from firing weapon directly backwards, because that's definitely how that works.
Absolutely.
It is.
Just speeding up.
I mean, momentum.
Yeah.
And you hear the drift engines suddenly engage
Oh,
as the
perfect
starship
timing.
enters into the drift. And you
Nice.
guys
Fully
have
So good.
Is that all
You
you
guys-
Nice.
escaped whatever was going on at Gulta Prison.
Easy prison, dude.
Nicely
You're
done.
still
Exactly
alive.
like the book had it written up.
Exactly.
Flawless.
Absolutely.
Alright.
Just like we drew it up, just like the book expected.
Now upload all these videos to speedrun.net.
Yep.
Yeah.
Prison Moon Gulta speedrun world record, I think.
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think we could even do the glitchless category. I don't think we
Yeah.
clicked
You're
anywhere.
right. Yeah.
So,
Pretty good.
as you guys are kind of just winding down, you just got done with a huge prison raid. You just got done with a huge chase outside of the prison as you left the Iris. You're kind of all just in the cab or in the cockpit, and you see Sedona 17 walk in to the main area. She's looking rough, but she's conscious, and you can see on her face that there's like something's wrong. She's stressing out, and she enters. What happens is she's awake. She's looking around. Her pupils are dilating rapidly, and she's adjusting to her surroundings all next to you guys. And after a few seconds, she asks you,
"Where are we?"
What is this?
What is happening?
That's so cool.
She repeats the same question.
"Where are we?"
We're in the drift. We're headed back to Outpost Z.
She definitely looks like she's struggling. We'll just kind of assume you guys kind of walk over to her, and everybody's looking and trying to figure out what's going on. Twick, quick medicine check from you.
Yeah. Can find medicine. 24.
24. You lean over at top of her, and you could tell that she's not doing well. Something's going on. Her pupils are just back and forth, just kind of stuttering. And as you're leaning over, you just ask her if she's okay.
"No, something is wrong in my head. I don't know what is happening to me. Where are we going? We must stop the Aslanti."
Stop him from what?
You get the sense that she's talking about preventing something. She's kind of trying to communicate to you that something else, something maybe bigger afoot is going on here. Something bigger than just rescuing her from Gulta Prison. But clearly, again, you can see as you're watching her, she's just kind of stuttering and trying to communicate at a normal pace and get her neurons to fire correctly in her brain. She's just not processing well. And as you're asking her these questions, why would we want to stop the Aslanti? Stop what? What are we doing? Who are we trying to stop them? Because we'd rescue you already. She responds by saying,
"If they get the drive rune operational, it could give them a powerful strategic advantage over the Pact world. It must stop the Sardat."
Oh, that's so cool. Do you know where it is? What are we supposed to do? Yo, Doc, what happened to her? What are you doing?
I don't know, man.
So clarify what you're asking her, because she's really trying to process what you're saying, and it's clear that she can't fully understand what you're trying to ask. Are you asking like, are you okay? Are you asking like, where is it? Be specific to her, because she's really struggling.
Sure, yeah, I have to ask the right questions. I've seen iRobot, I know this. Where is this thing? We don't know. We were just coming to get you. We don't know anything about a drive rune?
Drive rune, of course. Madeline and I were studying it when the Aslanti arrived on the Condas. It appears to be an ancient telemagical relic that is indeed an experimental non-drift interstellar starship engine used by the Royal Venture. I overheard them. I heard them talking about reverse engineering it and making it operational. Wait, who are you? Wait. If they get the drive rune operational, it could give them a powerful strategic advantage over the Pact worlds. We must stop the Sardat.
Do you mean Sardat Amiandria?
You're talking about Sardat Ulavestra?
The original owner of the person that drove the Royal Venture originally.
You're talking about the Perept.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you remember, we talked a while ago about the Perepta, and the Perepta definitely was alive in a different era, you think.
Oh, okay.
Also, not to be an idiot, but is the driver is that something that's familiar to us?
Yes.
Okay, for some reason, drive
A little
core is
bit.
what was in my brain, but that's like a normal, like, we have a drive core, and the drive rune is like the weird thing.
The craft ship on Necondus
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
had that originally.
Okay.
I think.
Correct.
Sorry.
And
I
they
had
were
to catch up a
researching
little
it.
bit.
But
It's been a hot second from there.
the Sardat we assume is Zolan Ulavestra.
Correct. Sardat Zolan Ulavestra. So you're asking her specifically, like, is that who you're talking about? Do you know about them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you say, something effective, do you know about Sardat Zolan Ulavestra? And she will just respond by saying,
Yes, though not much. He was the engineer of the attack on Necondus. I remember that he asked the warden to imprison me and interrogate me outside of official channels. I was transported in a crate to the area you found me in, presumably to hide the fact that I was there. I also overheard the warden and Ulavestra talking about from time to time when I was being transferred to and from my cell. And I don't think anyone outside of Sulavestra's circle actually knows about the attack on Necondus. Though I'm not sure why they would keep it so secret. It could have been to do with the crashed starship we found.
again, you can tell she is not there. She is really struggling. It could be the things that were injected to the back of her head. It could be just trauma, but things are not firing correctly.
I want to ask, can we help her? What does she need to recover?
What if we had a doctor on this ship?
I'm a doctor of people, not of robots, okay?
Not a robot doctor.
Not a robot doctor. But it's a good question to ask.
Okay, so you're asking, is there something we can do? Are you okay? Is there some way we can help?
Yeah, is there some way we can improve her current condition?
Again, I think you can see, and with the medicine check, you would, Twick, you'd be able to tell almost immediately that this is beyond your capabilities on a ship to deal with. Something is just drastically going wrong inside her head. And you're just incapable of being able to deal with it here without some sort of med bay, some sort of system that could operate and get some of that fluid back out of her head to re-engage some of the actual control mechanisms that are up in her brain.
Did Outpost Z have a medical anything? Hospital tent?
Correct, yes it does. It has a medical bay.
Great.
Does she know where Zolan Ulavestra is? Or where the rune drive was taken?
Where Zolan Ulavestra would have gone, we're taking the rune drive?
Yeah, I guess maybe two questions, maybe one question. Where
Really
where are both of them?
Yeah, where anything is.
Yeah. She will respond and just say,
My memories, they are corrupt. My memories are corrupt. I only remember the prison and Aurelius. I was taken to a different site called Aurelius, though I do not know where it is. I remember being tortured and interrogated by Zolan Ulavestra to discover what I have learned about the rune drive. Maybe another contact in the Star Empire knows of Aurelius.
What is that place?
Aurelos. Aurelos. You would recognize two things. It's not a place you've necessarily heard of. And as Sedona's talking, you can hear, again, something's probably wrong with her translation chip too, because she's mispronouncing words all over the place. She's stuttering. she's actually just really struggling to say what she's trying to say. It's like things are just disconnected in her brain.
Can we just take out the memory card, we blow the dust off, and we just stick it back in? That ought to do it.
And so she's been standing there kind of answering you. She begins to wildly look around. Just rapidly looking around the space. Her eyes begin to blink rapidly. Her mouth opens, but no sound is produced. She's struggling. And as quickly as she began to act strangely, she returns to normal, and she says,
My friends, I must rest. Is there somewhere you could take me that I can recover while I devise a plan?
and Sedona collapses on the floor. She is currently unconscious.
Poor Sedona.
Yeah,
That's
so we
all
can take
you,
her.
Doc. You got that one.
Yeah, one of you two big ones want to carry him to the med bay?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll fly the ship while you. Don't even worry about it.
I keep on forgetting I'm flying, but you could fly. I can carry. Sedona.
Okay. So you guys are just going to drag her to the med bay. It is going to take you, and when you get her there, you can tell immediately that there's not much you're going to be able to do. You can stabilize her, but she's just going to be like there's nothing you can do to resuscitate her, revive her at the moment. Turn her brain back on. So you're just doing what you can to keep her comfortable. You're putting her in the med bay, and you're going to head towards where are you heading?
I mean, Outpost Z is what we had said.
Okay. In the
We have a
drift,
bounty to pick up.
it will take. Let's see how long it's going to take. It is going to take you 4 days to get there from Gulta. So you guys travel for approximately 4 days in the drift. Really uneventful. Nothing
God.
really happens.
Finally.
You land back at Outpost Zed, and you guys actually let me pull up the outpost here real quick. Although it doesn't really matter. No, you know what? I'm not going to pull the outpost back over. We'll just talk this through. You guys land back at Outpost Zed, and you're able to drop off some of the extra people that you had, the people that you rescued. Chichik, Mothkala, as well as Letty. You see Talmrin walks up, and Talmrin will just say,
Why, he has returned with the prisoners. We will indeed pay you, as previously mentioned, 1,000 credits to thee for each prisoner returned. I cannot
Incredible.
thank you enough for this.
I don't know. I bet you could.
you see Talmrin just kind of smirk as she turns away, and she's just kind of walking with the prisoners that you rescued. And it looks like they are definitely fighting about something as they're walking away. You can't quite tell what they're fighting about, but they're not having a good time. There may be some anger about how they got captured. You're not quite certain. But something's definitely going on.
Not our problem anymore.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not right now, anyway.
Deal with that in book 2.
Do we need to ask about a medical facility?
Yeah, we know where one is. Or...
Yeah. So, about this time, let's see, where does it say it is here? Yeah. About this time, you see Hasakir walking towards you. Voice mod's not currently working, so I'm not going to be able to do his actual voice here. Wait.
Just
hold
do
on.
what you did before and talk like you normally do.
Like
you thought it was working.
Yeah, go back to that. It was great.
Hold on, let me see if I can fix this real quick.
And you're like, oh, everyone's cool with this.
Yeah, no one's gonna react. Wow. It was just like, I don't know.
No response.
I still can't believe I went that entire session without even knowing.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we can't tell you it doesn't work if we don't know it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, I get it. Doing a bunch of voices is hard. You get to phone one in. That's fair.
Oh, man. Yeah, voice mod's currently broken. I don't know what's going on with it. So I'm going to have to fix it for next time. Hasakir will walk up and he'll just say, here's my Hasakir voice without actually voice mod.
You merely adopted the dark.
I have no idea.
Is that
We
a-
need subs
is
for
that
that
a
He did
one.
a Bane thing. I heard at the end. I couldn't tell what he said at the beginning, but I got the adopted the dark part.
Yeah. No, actually, Hatsukir's just going to walk up and he's going to point at his voice modulator. And he's going to go like this. He's going to wave with his hand like it's not currently functioning.
Nice.
And he will write on a piece of paper just some words in Aslanti that says, I appreciate you friends for what you have done for Outpost Zed. Rescuing the people who were imprisoned by the Aslanti will... Hopefully you have been repaid, but I can offer more for you if you could need something else.
Oh, that's so
I like
nice.
that
now.
his writing has a
Yeah.
little bit of an accent still. That's cool.
In my mind,
Yeah.
get out of here!
It's a handwriting. It looks a certain
Yeah.
way.
It's slanted handwriting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it plays. It plays.
Can
Yeah.
we use your medical facilities? We got somebody who needs some help. Ko, could you maybe do that mind thing so you can talk back and you can just translate for us? That'd be great.
Yeah. I like reach out with my mind, telepath him. He just let him know he can respond through me.
Okay. He will just respond and he'll say, absolutely. We have medical facilities here on Outpost Zed. We also have my private space dock that I previously mentioned to you.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It has been fully repaired and returned to Outpost Zed. And now it is floating outside of Outpost Zed and is a location for you to be able to use to both recover any damage that may have been done to your starship, repair it, as well as get some much needed rest, and we can use the medical bay there as well to recover.
Sick.
And then
How
I'll
much
turn to the
damage?
guys and I'll be like, he said that he has a private...
I should have done that. Sorry, that's my fault.
We could have written it all down, Caleb.
Yeah.
How much damage did our ship take? Actually,
You actually took quite a bit of damage. You took 30 points of hull damage
Yeah, makes-
for
sounds
running
about
into asteroids.
I'm pilot, man. Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And
should we
so-
check him into the medical tent too?
Get his head checked out.
Yeah, I think he's got a
His
concussion.
eyes, maybe.
Yeah.
He will say telepathically through you, Ko, and we'll just say everything that I'm saying through you. You're just going to translate quickly.
Quickly.
Very
But he'll
slowly.
say he'll say telepathically that there's room to upgrade the starship at his space dock currently. He'd be more than happy to help with upgrades, as your starship appears to be upgraded to Tier 5 now.
Nice.
He would be more than happy to provide some upgrades for your starship. Who in the group would need medical attention?
A little
Sedona?
bit.
I mean, Sedona's the main one.
Sedona's the main one.
Okay. He will look past you and he sees Grub still standing behind you. And he points at Grub and he'll say, do you know anything about this one?
Grub seems to be unable to communicate except through telepathy. But he seems very willing to respond to requests and is generally an alright guy.
Generally
Yeah,
an
you
alright
can just
guy.
ride on him. And he doesn't even mind. He's totally good with it.
Grub is a pretty cool dude so far.
Okay.
He has lived in the prison as far as he can remember, and really has no other memories.
So, you know, he's pretty hardcore.
He might need rehabilitation.
Might need rehabilitation. In what sense are you looking for us to take care of him? We can find a place. Do you know what species he is or anything about him?
He is Grub.
He is
Grub.
Grub.
Yeah, we told you. We opened with this. Scrub.
Does he say I am Grub? Is that how he communicates everything?
That'd have been good.
You
Not
see
too late.
you see Hasakir, he's like messing with his voice box on the side of his head, and he will say,
I'm sorry, my friends. My voice box was not functioning properly. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
A little bit.
we hear you,
Yeah.
You
buddy.
sound a little different, but yeah.
Sound different.
I have tried to fix the problems with my voice box. It's not functioning quite correctly.
That's okay.
Okay. He'll offer the medical facilities for Sedona 17, and he does say as she's sort of going past, he'll say something effective.
I have seen many, I have seen many injuries as a part of war. This seems much more different than that. It will take some time for her to recover. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah,
You
I
also
mean,
know
we-
it's going to take multiple days for your starship to be upgraded as well, so you're going to have to take some time here to upgrade the ship, and hopefully Sedona will be feeling better.
What is it? Use
Sounds
our
like-
tier 3 ship. Tier
I
4
know.
ship?
Tier
Did you
3.
see there?
You used your tier 4. You didn't use your tier 3 ship.
Mhm.
Anything else you'd like to ask him?
Was Grub,
does he know
was
about
Grub one of the
Arlos?
ones?
Grub was not.
He wasn't one of the ones we were supposed to
No.
rescue.
No.
He was not.
Okay.
He was
Freeloader.
the best boy though.
I mean, yeah, definitely MVP of the people
Oh,
we rescued.
What do we
But
want to do about that Lashunta we got on board?
Yeah, that too.
The one we put in the closet?
Paizo.
Put in the closet,
Co?
maybe.
he's the
No,
pilot.
The other one. The one.
You-
The other one.
You put him in a closet?
I don't know. I think we did.
Yeah,
Just disarmed
that
him.
sounds about right.
I just disarmed him.
Just disarmed him.
He came up on the bridge and was giving
Oh,
a
true,
lip.
true.
I
Um,
recommend we leave him here.
Okay. Just on Outpost said.
If
Do you
he can
wave him
make
up?
Do we what?
Do you wave him up so that he leaves your
Paizo?
ship? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't want him on the ship by himself.
You could hook him up
no, definitely not.
with the Scrimshaw pirates.
That's
Okay.
true.
As Frizzo's walking past you, Ko, he does stop for a second, and he looks at you and he says, She, listen. I'm really sorry, She. I didn't mean it, She. I should have never put you out that airlock.
You are correct in that regard.
I know I told you before, She, but I was double-crossed on our last mission together. And I told you if I got off that rock, I'd tell you the rest of the story. And here it is. It's simple. There ain't much to it, She. I don't know the name of the anonymous buyer. I never did. They told us they hired us to get on that ship. And they just needed people who could get access to it. But I do know that they originated on Akiton. And, we were supposed to deliver the crate to the hive market, and I was ambushed. There was nothing I could do. They took it away from me, even after I put you out that airlock, She. I'm sorry. All I know about the crate, She, is that it contained only two things. A vial and a dead data pad. I don't know anything else but that. I hope you can do something more with that than I can.
Okay. They're supposed to deliver to Akiton a crate, that a vial, and a dead data pad. Good stuff. Okay.
And he says, as he just kind of waves at you, and he says, I hope we meet again someday, She, on better terms. Until next time. And he just kind of saunters off into Outpost Z.
Just,
Wrong. Hope you learned this
unemployed.
Lampy at the prison.
Yeah, unemployed, no money, no food, no place to stay.
Doesn't speak
Just
a
gonna
local
go
language.
Perfect.
walk off into the.
They'll be fine, yeah.
I figured out.
See ya.
Okay.
At least we didn't shove him out in an airlock.
True.
Honestly, this was the nice ending.
Okay, so you guys are going to, you've gotten everything you need from Hasakir, you've gotten everything you need to from Talmrin. You're going to head over to Hasakir's space dock, where Sedona is going to get the much-needed medical care that she needs, and you guys are going to be able to upgrade your starship to Tier 5, as well as your level to 5.
Oh,
Let's
Nice.
go.
Yes.
those good attribute points.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we have finished Book 2.
Oh,
Incredible.
MVP,
man.
boys.
Wow,
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
wow. 2 books down. Let's go.
Nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Well, done.
Yeah, it's questionable how
Definitely
well
done.
we did.
Definitely
Oh, man.
did a thing.
You guys made it out of the prison. I'm excited. We survive another day.
Honestly, easy. Easy. It wasn't even hard. I wasn't even worried the whole time.
Super
It
simple.
only
huh?
took it only took three episodes.
That feels slow.
That's still
Um,
maybe.
Trying to
Yeah,
remember
let's
what we
see.
said going
Right.
in.
You got to the prison, episode 16. And you got out episode 21.
Sounds about right.
So that's 6
Dang.
episodes total. I think you weren't really at the prison for the entire episode 16. It was towards the end. And then at this one, it was only like a little bit of it. So
Right.
we'll say like 4.5.
Yeah.
Oh my
Either
god, dude. Sorry, I'm looking at my level up stuff. Sorry.
damage
Yeah,
roll
your level up
clouds
stuff
gets
is insane.
ridiculous.
Okay, so can I tell you real quick before we're done about the prison?
Yeah, I'm just
Sure.
gonna be
Yeah.
upset about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right. The prison itself was based off of one specific mechanic. It's called the alertness level. Basically, the premise is the guards at a prison in the Aslanti Star Empire are just kind of like whatever. They're just there. There's no one ever comes in and out except prisoners, and they're just permanently there. They're not ever escorting people. It's a super boring job. They're just staring at computer screens all day. Maybe have an occasional torture session, but most of the time that's left up to the warden. So they're just bored out of their minds. So every interaction you guys have, based on what you do, it affects the overall alertness of the prison. At alertness level 0, it literally says the guards are complacent. Run the adventure as written. Bluff, disguise, and stealth checks against the guards automatically succeed.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
it's insane. And
Oh,
it
so we
actually
messed
doesn't.
that up pretty quick then, huh?
Yeah, you messed it up really quickly. That didn't even change until the alertness level gets to 3.
Wow.
And so it keeps stacking up until it gets to the max alertness is 15, at which point the warden just comes and finds you.
Huh, well,
Uh,
Well, we found
Figured
her.
that.
Easy peasy.
yeah,
yeah.
you guys didn't actually get there. But all kinds of things affect your alertness. Open combat, guards raising a prison-wide alarm, unconscious bodies discovered, which was really what started the thing for you guys.
It did?
Good to
Yeah,
find.
because they found Iovanus.
He was on our ship.
I know. It's not that they found him. It's that he was missing
He's
from his
missing.
post.
Yeah, that makes
That makes
sense.
sense.
I said that wrong. It's missing
Didn't
from his
we?
post.
We killed. There was another guy we stuffed in a closet, right? We like lured him into a room and we killed him. Am I misremembering this? I might be misremembering.
I don't
Lured
remember.
him
Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, I
think
don't remember that.
I proposed
So our
that plan, but we didn't do it.
Our
Never
mistake
mind.
was giving these guys too much credit.
Yeah. We should've
actually,
just walked
yes.
up.
You gave
Okay.
him a lot of credit.
We even just left afterwards, so prison security is pretty terrible, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
I
have
was
a
really
big
confused
thing
why
to
nobody-
control traffic, and it just opens if you get near it.
Yeah.
Not great. Not great
It's-
security.
Written
It's
so weird.
It's weird to want to stop people getting into your prison rather than
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Feels like you're like, yeah, come on in, whatever, dude.
I don't know, man. I have no idea.
I do
But yeah,
remember
that-
being very confused about nobody caring about my armor color for a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Bluff checks, automatic.
I just
Yeah, we just gave them way too much credit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you get. So there are like multiple ways you could interact with the prison too, and I'll just give you a little bit of like other insight.
Taste.
If you guys were to go outside, which there were a total of 18 EVA suits in the prison that you could have
Jeez.
found and used.
Go on.
If you were to go to outside, you can turn off the reactors to the prison, which shuts down all the electricity, shuts down the artificial gravity, and opens all the doors.
That'd been smart.
Well,
So there's that.
is it though? If it opens
We're
all the
actually
doors, all the
very
air
bad.
goes out.
We are very bad at low grav stuff.
Well, the
Yeah.
issue is if we're supposed to rescue people and we vent all the oxygen, I don't think the prisoners get air anymore.
we had
Yeah.
he said there was
For
like
what it's
18
worth.
EV suits.
For what it's worth, the prison cells are specifically, if you remember, they were covered in this magical
Sure.
sphere.
Yeah.
They are sealed.
Yeah,
I
but as soon
mean-
as we open them to try to get somebody out, they immediately suffocate.
But if we were smarter, right? We go outside, turn off we FTL it, right? You turn off the air,
Yeah.
you wait for like a minute, and then you
Right.
go in. And then you just you let them out of their cell, and then you get them in the suit. You're like, I need you to hold your breath and don't question me why there's no air out here, but there's not.
Yeah. The other thing, if you go outside, though, you do run into some cybernetic zombies, which you didn't get to face because
You know
somebody
what?
else
Never mind.
tried to break into the prison once. Didn't work out for them.
So they died and turned into zombies?
Yeah, why'd they turn into zombies?
Yeah, what the heck?
Cybernetic.
Oh,
That's
man.
interesting.
That's crazy. Is that just anyone who dies in Starfinder turns
No.
into cybernetic zombie?
No, I think it's because the systems kept operating their bodies. Like the actual augment parts of their bodies just kept operating, kept running.
Sure.
A cool concept.
That is a cool
Yeah.
concept.
That's cool.
Anyway, you guys took a rather interesting route. Also, one of the things you can do in here is you can set up. If it specifically says if the PCs have set up a set of escape mechanisms, i.e., blowing up doors, causing distractions, I'm supposed to let you just walk out the front door without having to fight anyone.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, if you do
We
it
should have
right.
done
So if you were to
we should have done anything, huh?
if you were to set bombs, like for instance, over on the launch pad, or put explosions in, for instance, the cafeteria, people run there.
We thought
And then
about doing that, but we didn't have explosives.
explosive stuff. Yeah.
I know. I'm telling you all the different ways you could have approached it.
Because
Like
we delivered packages, like a box that nobody looked in.
Yeah,
We put Twick in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey,
know why
one
we
thing-
did that. Just put bombs in it.
Because
There was like one small detail at one point.
despite the fact that we auto succeed.
The aluminum walls, the see-through aluminum walls, we could break through those, couldn't we?
Yeah, you could have broken through it.
Okay. There was one time where something hit one by accident, and you made like a comment about how it looks like it actually did damage.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have broken through them.
There was some spots where we could have used that, I think.
Were there?
Also,
Yeah.
the first room that you guys walked into, if you remember, Co, you couldn't see in it. That was a security room. You could have just disabled those 2 guards and shut off all the cameras, which
I was
is-
thinking about that today.
The cameras were the entire reason it started up on the alertness level. That was the first thing that happened. Because I kept rolling D100s for them to notice.
Sure.
And anytime you walk past a camera, they notice you. So it would go up by 1 because it looks like you're somewhere you shouldn't be, or they're watching you and you're tampering with something. If you shut off the cameras, nope. That would have never gone up. It would have been eyewitnesses missing was the thing.
It was like the first room, and it was like, do we want to just murder people right away? And we
I
were
know.
like,
I know.
no. Because if they
You-
call for help, right, it's over.
Knowing
I know.
that all that now, it sounds much less scary.
Yeah.
But you specifically made the prison sound extremely dangerous.
It is
Before
extremely
we went
dangerous.
to it.
If you don't release Vertash, you guys are dead. If you release Vertash and you're wearing gear, you guys are dead. If the timing was actually really specific because when you get to a certain alertness level, they activate 4 security robots. Those are the robots you fought. But Vertash happened to kill 2 of them because of the timing that they were activated. So I pulled them out based on the timing when they were supposed to go live based on the alertness level, and it just so happened he ran down the hallway at that time. Otherwise, he just goes and kills regular guards, and you face 4 security robots.
Those tough robots. Yeah.
There are so many things. You also could have gone into that room and convinced them that you were guards, and they ask you to go deal with the cybernetic zombies because they've been messing with the reactor, and you can send the robots to deal with the cybernetic zombies, at which point 2 of them are
They're
destroyed.
outside. Yeah.
There's
That's
so
cool.
many ways to deal with this prison.
Man.
It's just wild.
You know what? Let's run it again.
Yeah.
Back
Load
it
the
up.
save.
The real speed run right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Man.
now we
Load
got
the
the
save.
strats.
Crazy
Oh, man.
stuff.
All
right.
How'd you do Sedona?
How did I do Sedona? That is a
Sedona sounded like a person, like an actual
mystery.
Sedona's definitely Chad.
Mm.
There's... I heard it immediately. There's like vocal things that he does.
Okay.
You think
Even
there's
through the voice
collusion?
changer.
I see.
I wonder if he's. I don't know what he's doing right now.
I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with meld and bling.
So let me hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on.
I couldn't figure out who it was, but I was pretty sure it was an actual person.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really cool. Was it?
Mhm.
I don't know if you did this, Aaron, setting up the avatar.
Yeah,
The
I did.
VTuber.
Yeah, the VTuber.
There's this app called Animes, and I
Okay.
built a custom model that goes over the top of the Animes 3D
Oh, wow.
layout,
Damn.
and so that's what looks like her.
I mean, very, very cool.
Very.
Was not expecting that. That was awesome.
We've been working on it for a while. Let me see if he'll jump in here. I can have him explain it to you, but he hasn't responded to me. He's clearly busy playing Felden King.
He did just send LOL in chat.
Yeah, he is listening at least. At least sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Sedna.
Said nah.
That's a different. It was 17 before.
It was said nah 17 before.
Oh look, there she is. She's not
She's
functioning right now, but
back.
she's there. She's dead.
Hello?
Rip
No.
said nah.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, so I decided about like a month ago that I'm gonna have Chad join us for the third book because
Nice.
Sedona is
Okay.
actually written so that she can be played as a PC.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What?
which is
What
really
class
cool.
is she?
She's a mystic.
Yes! Let's go!
Unbelievable.
And that's the main reason I was like, we gotta do this. This will be so good. Finally, mysticism check.
So need a wizard.
Unbelievable.
Holy crap, man. So yeah,
Oh, there she is.
you guys will learn a little bit more about her character as we progress forward, but essentially, Chad's I'm gonna have like prompts for him that will be like NPC related, like specific for him to follow. But in general, he'll just play for like the next book, which will be, probably 10 sessions as just a PC.
Okay,
Nice.
right on.
As Sedona.
Hello?
We'll see how it goes.
That
When
was
she
fake
smiles,
chair.
it's so fun.
Is that a fake chair and a fake microphone?
100%.
Yeah, dude.
Excellent. That's
the
good stuff.
VTuber starter set. I love it.
Let me hop in my ride. Where is it? Hold on.
Where is it? Hold on.
Oh, now I can hear Chad.
There you
There it is.
go. There's the ride.
Excellent.
Yes.
Oh my god. I love it.
Yeah.
Did you
So-
need me to say anything?
No, I just
Yeah.
wanted to. Alex immediately knew, of course, but it was still a fun surprise because we
No,
snuck
that was
around
great.
everything.
That was super cool.
I need to be re-registered and my admin privileges given back.
Oh.
So,
Except for not as Sedona.
yeah, not a Sedona. Next week, Chad will just join us on Monday as Sedona, and we'll kind of see how it goes from there. There will be a period of time in which Sedona's recovering, so he won't necessarily be participating. But I'll let him know kind of the layout of that, and you guys will kind of learn that as the story develops for book 3.
All right.
That's nice.
Nice.
Great.
Welcome, Chad. Glad to
Yeah,
have you.
welcome. Welcome to the Indefatigable bubble.
I like Jake's reaction the best. As soon as it happened, you're just like, what is this?
I mean, it's really cool. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it.
It's really funny.
Very, very
All right.
cool.
I am going to take us out of here, and we will catch everybody next time.